been that kind of a stand on top of shit captain. So I ain't gonna be like, oh well, he's not doing this right now. Like Luffy's kind of never done that. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
All I can say is he is being. I don't even think it's Loki's intention to manipulate him, but like he's being very susceptible to manipulation by Loki right now. Just due
Where do
to
you get fever
his
cards from?
naivete, curiosity, like running off from the group, going somewhere you don't even
They're
know. I
made
can
from their
understand you're a
fingernails?
Yonko and shit, but like I was bringing this up a while ago. Like, there's no reason why the crew should not have a Viva card of this nigga.
But like
Seeing
what
how
it,
he does shit like this
like
all the fucking
what
time.
paper?
You know
Is
what
it
I'm
a
saying?
specific type of
Where
paper or
do
no?
you get Viva cards from?
Their fingernails. They're made from the person.
They're made from their fingernails?
If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, you
they're
need
made from that
they just
person.
need hair,
Who makes like?
fingernail.
Can
Yamato
someone on
told
the
it
crew
Ace.
make it? Like
But
who
like
has
what
the ability?
Flashback.
it like
That's
what
that's
paper?
yeah. That's
Is
what
it
I'm
a
saying.
specific type of paper or
No,
no?
the paper's made from your DNA, so you wouldn't use regular paper.
That's the home of where they
It
make
would
them.
be paper that's used. It wouldn't even be paper. I think it's legit something made from the DNA of the person.
Who makes like? Can someone on the crew make it? Like
They
who has the
haven't
ability?
given us no knowledge. They haven't given
That's
us no knowledge to that
that's
code.
yeah.
But
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
still a problem because they were in Wano, the home of where they make Viva cards, and y'all didn't get one for Luffy
That's the home of
or all of
where they
y'all.
make them.
Yes, Yamato
Okay.
stated. Yamato has said that base. We learned that in the
I
10,
won't even.
the
I
info
won't even go as
1014.
far as to say all that. All I could say is they had that shit in Dressrosa.
They did, but
Viva
they didn't
cards
have
of
it.
Luffy was
No
made in
one showed any
Dressrosa.
means of making one. They just said Sabo
My
is the
point.
one who pulls
My
up with
point
the
is
Viva
they
card.
had a Viva card for Luffy made in Dressrosa, but the crew don't got it. The Grand Fleet has it.
Like Sabo made that Viva card.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I will made a Viva card. My thing is a Viva card was made and provided at some point, but it got split up for the Grand Fleet instead of the main crew type shit.
But that's what I'm. But this
You know,
is this is just all to your
that shit
point,
just
Trip.
kind of backwards.
This is all to your point, Trip. We don't know the means of making the Viva card. They could have been knowledge that Sabo pulled up there and got, or maybe there was a place in Dressrosa that they went there and got it. We don't know that much. But for one, we know Yamato legit got what she needed from Ace to make the Viva card in Wano. So I would definitely go on to say that, hey, Wano is, if not the birthplace of the Viva cards, like it is for, well, I'm going to say the birthplace, but the place where they mainly primarily find prison stone handcuffs. Or not handcuffs, prison stone, Kaido section. I would like to think the same thing goes for the Viva cards. If we had means to make one there, why didn't we get one in Wano when we were there? So even if we're on Elbaf now, we lose any member, we should be able to have a Viva card to say, hey, Zoro gets lost. Why are we not making? You mentioned that in Discord. Zoro gets lost too many times for us to not have a Viva card at all.
Like I said, man, it's the entire crew should have a Viva card of Luffy, and even if it's not the entire crew, the top three commanders, Luffy, sorry, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, all three of them should have Luffy's Viva card. Everybody in the crew should have Zoro's Viva card.
Yeah, got the munchies, dog.
Because nine times out of 10, the crew, when the crew splits up, they always have a commander with them, which is why one of the commanders having Luffy's Viva card is AOK.
9 times out of 10,
You say it over one more time because he was crumbling a bag of chips or something in the background, kind of.
Yeah, got the munchies, dog. My fault. Now I was saying, all three of the commanders should have Luffy's Viva card because at any given time when the crew is split up, 9 times out of 10, one of the groups is with the commander. You know what I'm saying?
What's good, Reed?
Okay.
So that works in that aspect, and then you have, and then with Zoro, I said the entire crew should have Zoro's Viva card because again, Mister tell the man go left, he goes right and fucking south.
That's also 6 years ago. I was actually bullying.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, what did you think since you talked the Loki and Shanks stuff? What did you think about the whole Loki saying, he got put there 6 years ago, and that's also 6 years ago is also when Shanks becomes a Yonko. Do you think
Who,
there's any
me?
correlation
You asking
between?
me?
I was at both of you, you know what I mean. But I was asking Copes because he's the one that brought up Shanks and Loki. So since we're on the topic, why not just bring this one up? Because remember, I asked this a few lives ago, and I said, hey, I asked this on
We're good, Trader
Restream,
Pro.
and I asked this probably a few lives ago, maybe like a month ago. But I said, how do all the Yonko become Yonko? What was the deciding factor to make each Yonko a Yonko? We saw what it took for Luffy. We could suggest that that Kaido probably became a Yonko after taking down Moria and then proceeding to take down Oden. They probably and
What's
then
good, Trader
having
Pro?
Wano. Yeah, it was good, Trey. Having Wano under his thumb, I could definitely understand why they would make Kaido a Yonko maybe after that stuff. But what makes a Yonko a Yonko? I think if someone like if someone like a Luffy who has a special bounty, he's not even classified as a pirate as of yet. But he has a special bounty, probably because he's the strongest giant who obtained the power of the strongest giant from his father. Someone like him should warrant having a special bounty. And if, let's say, Shanks was to beat him or help the giants, subdue him, maybe that's what earned him the title of a Yonko.
I wouldn't be upset if Loki is the reason why he became a Yonko. It wouldn't bother me much.
How would you feel if what about the relationship between Shanks and the Giants? You think that also has something to do with it?
I mean, it would explain it more.
Yeah.
Because it's usually a situation of like people are indebted to you, you know what I mean, because of a good deed or whatever. So it would make sense. Personally, I'd be okay with it because we all know about the film Red situation, and people were saying that was the bounty that put him at Yonko or whatever. And I would like for a canon event to explain how he became a Yonko. Low-key being that canon event is good with me. My final thought on that though would be something around if Shanks went to the World Gold State to talk about Loki, but then again he said a specific pirate. Loki's not a pirate. So
I said, yeah, I looked at it as it in the Giants involved.
I would just need more context of how they actually like captured him and put him down and shit. Like if Shanks was involved or if it was only the Giants, you know what I'm saying? Like
I looked at it.
That's just details we need.
You saying?
I said I looked at it as it only being the Giants involved. They took care of it in-house.
I would agree, but the 6 years timeline thing that Loki's talking about compared to, and that's the same timeline of Shanks becoming a Yonko. I think the two are similar, a little too close for me to not at least speculate, because once again, how did Shanks become a Yonko? We don't know. The context that they gave for film Red had Shanks at 1.4 billion. How does Shanks get to 4 billion? Period. You get me? So I would want more context to that, and I do feel like there is something involving it. Maybe like I said, either Shanks defeated Loki himself, or he just helped the Giants outright do it, because it said the Giants outright needed every capable warrior giant to subdue him.
So it's strange, right?
There's
so
still
like
more context that could have been left out of it. So we're still
if you look at Wano's situation, right? People of Wano, if you ask the people of Wano how did they defeat Kaido, they're not gonna bring up Luffy. So it'd be nice to see that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though we saw Luffy be the one to defeat Kaido. So it could be the same situation here in Elbaf where they just don't know Shanks is the actual one who finally defeated him. That they don't know that, but you know what I mean? So it'd be nice to see that situation kind of mirror what Luffy had going on. But
But nah, that's where I'm at with it, Trip. Because
I
to me,
definitely think the Giants ran that fade though. Definitely think the Giants got some of that action though for sure.
I think Shanks was the deciding factor. Like all the Warrior Giants were having it was push for put, it was tit for tat, and then Shanks came in was like the icing on the cake. Possibly.
So
Very, very positive because the relationship
I
between
was
Shanks
gonna say
and
when he
the
first
relationship
mentioned
between Shanks
Shanks
and
to Luffy,
Loki
did you
now
think that
does
that
seem a
was
little
intentional to get a
unwarranted.
rise
We
out of Luffy,
don't know
or do you think that
what
he
it
was just
takes for the
speaking off the
situation.
cuff of man,
Like, you
fuck
know what I'm
Shanks?
saying? Like, why is it that he's poking at Luffy, making these type of jokes about Shanks? About why you playing with Shanks' name like that? You feel me? And I do
So
think, but
I was gonna say when he first mentioned Shanks to Luffy, did you think that that was intentional to get a rise out of Luffy, or do you think that he was just speaking off the cuff of man, fuck Shanks?
I think he's trying to figure out who this kid is because he doesn't know. And Shanks is a Yonko, so he's probably one of the more. He's like if the conversation he was having was with Kid, that whole context would have been different because Kid probably would have been like, "Yeah, Shanks a fuck nigga, facts." So, and remember what Loki's saying: "You release me, I'll take out any pirate crew you want." Granted, his name is Loki. This can all be a deception. So just keeping that in mind, like I said, if he's talking to Kid, the energy around that moment is completely different than it is with Luffy. With Luffy, it's that's my guy. You can't diss my OG like that. Gear 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is. With Kid probably laughing and like, yo, Loki, okay, Trick, the same Hagoromo that Luffy has in Gear 5. I mean, in Gear 4, he has in Gear 5. Gear 5 just has it with thicker white smoke, but it's also in Gear 4 as well. He always had it in Gear 4. That's why people don't know what it means to be like. What does the Hagoromo full on mean as far as the mythicals and stuff like that goes? Because Yamato, as soon as she ate the devil fruit in the SBS, Yamato, even as a child, had the Hagoromo that was around her devil fruit form. So we still don't know what's really good with the Hagoromo between Gear 4 and Gear 5. We just know Luffy got it in Gear 4. He just don't got it in Gear 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he got it
On
in Gear 4 and he got it in Gear 5. That's what I'm saying.
to touch on why Loki did that, I think it's a bit of both. I think he really don't fuck with Shanks, and it was to get a rise out of Luffy, just to make sure that okay, let me see where you stand with this nigga that I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he said something like that because you got
He
so
testing the waters, yeah.
when you notice the way the conversation was going, there was no reason for him to do that. You know what I mean? Other than the history that we know of, that he came and knocked his homies out with conquerors and shit. But the fact that Shanks even exuded some type of hostile hockey to his subordinates
Yeah, this is
goes to
a point.
show you that there was some type of smoke.
That's a great
You
point.
know what I'm saying? He may very well be the reason that Loki is, in chains now and type shit. Fucking I definitely think that was a sentiment he meant true. Like he was joking when he said he was joking just to stop Luffy from continuing the attack, but I think he meant that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things.
No,
Or
that's
or
actually a
even
point
more so
I
like
meant to speak on.
or even more so like he may have witnessed something of Shanks that that's similar to Luffy turning down the fight in Giant, or Shanks turning down the interaction with the bandits. He may have witnessed something similar to that notion, that cause and shit. But because he's in the bound state of being blind or whatever, not blind, but he's in the state he can't fully observe the situation. So he's just going off of what he could perceive in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh, that nigga chicken. Because I think if it was a matter of, I think if they actually had a physical altercation, his sentiment wouldn't have been that chicken. It would have been something around like that weakling, that motherfucking But then again, I ain't read what it said today in the
Oh,
vid,
yeah, I
so
was gonna
I'm gonna
say
check that
when
out
I
later. But
and
yeah, I
I
think he
only read
meant
it
both
once,
sentiments. I think
so this is just off
he
the cuff
meant them
and
both.
just interpreting it
Okay.
in the moment. I didn't look at it like he was trying to get a
Okay.
rise out of Luffy.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't even remember the context of bringing it up.
No, I'm about to say anything.
I feel like he was like Shanks
Oh
was
yeah,
here
I was
earlier.
gonna
Luffy
say
was like,
when I
"Oh, you know Shanks was he?" I
and
forget.
I only
But
read it once, so this is just off the cuff and
I
me
looked at
just
it as him just like
interpreting it in the moment.
because he seems to have a
I
very
didn't
like prolific
look at it
personality,
like he was trying to get a
very
rise out of
arrogant,
Luffy.
very
I don't even
high
remember the
pedestal
context of
above
bringing up.
everyone else.
I feel like
I mean,
he
he
was like
refers to
Shanks
himself
was
as the
here
Sun God.
earlier. Then
It's
Luffy was
crazy to
like,
hear him
"Oh, you
keep
know
saying
Shanks."
the Sun God
I
praise in
forget,
front of
but
Luffy. Not even really is.
I looked at it as him just like
So I can't think of the word
because
right
he
now,
seems
but
to have
I know
a
that.
very like brolic
Yeah,
personality,
that's literally
very
it's
arrogant,
super ironic.
very
So,
high
but for him to do that,
pedestal
I just looked
above
at it as him
everyone else.
talking shit.
I mean, he refers to himself as the Sun God.
Shanks.
It's crazy to hear him just like
I
keep
feel like
saying the Sun
his
God phrase in front of
at
Luffy, not
least
even
he's
knowing who
above
Luffy
Shanks as well.
is. It's like it's so
Whether you say that's power, status,
I
stature, I don't
can't think of the
know.
word right now,
It's
but
probably all
y'all
of
know
the
what I'm
above,
It's
saying.
honestly.
ironic.
That's it. That's literally yeah. It's super. So,
I
but for
mean,
him to do that, I just looked at
yeah,
it as
that
him talking shit to
exactly.
Shanks or talking down on Shanks because I feel like in his eyes, I feel like he believes he's above Shanks as well. Um, whether you want to say that's power, status, stature, I don't know. Probably all of the above, honestly.
Nah, simply just as a giant.
Yeah, I'm about
I
to
mean
say warrior pride, warrior spirit. He just think
that
like
exactly.
How King viewed himself compared to Zoro. I'm genetically better than you. Like, you know what I mean?
I
That's
wouldn't even say that.
I'm
I
adding
guess
that on.
so,
I'm
but
adding that on.
I'm looking at it more like how Road was behaving. I think I think has adopted the personality of Loki. I think Road feels like Loki should be the one leading them instead of Hydruden, which is why I think Loki's devil fruit is something to do with a stag or a moose or whatever, a deer of some sort and shit from Norse mythology. Because
Yeah, that plays
that
into
was the
what Coach was
skeleton
saying
of
earlier.
what Road was rocking and shit. And then ironically, first thing we see Hydruden doing when we see him in Elbath is killing a giant moose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not letting Oda do me like that no more. You're not finna keep dropping these subtle little hints and then to give me the big reveal and I think it's left field, but he's been trickling this shit down since motherfucking the arrival and shit. He ain't gonna do me like that.
But yeah, that plays into. It also still plays into That also still plays into what you were saying earlier, Coach, because
Right.
like off the Trick's
Exactly.
point with the pride and all that. Yeah, he's the
Right.
son. He sees
Right.
himself as the sun god. So
Exactly.
you
That's
know,
why I didn't look at
I mean,
anything
and to
coming out of
add to
his
that,
mouth
like
having to
he took the
be
king's
based
devil
off
fruit.
of who's in
So
front of
he
him.
technically has
I feel
that
like
type
he
of
would have talked
power
like
now. So
that
he
no
should
matter
view
who the fuck
himself
was in
as the
front of him.
Almighty. Like
I
until
feel like he
someone
would have
else
talked
shows
spicy like that if
more than
Shanks was in
that,
front of
he
him.
should view himself as the pinnacle.
But
He knows what's up. If I get released from this tree, it's up for everybody.
Right.
That's how he feels. That's how he's talking. That's the bravado he's coming with.
That's why I didn't look at anything coming out of his mouth having to be based off of who's in
exactly.
front of him. I feel like he would have talked like that no matter who the fuck was in front of him. I feel like
Um,
he would talk spicy like that if Shanks was in front of him. But
I mean, he probably would, because I think he would talk spicy like that because he's the one locked up. They had to do so much to lock him up. It wasn't like they could just do that. He not no regular degular. You feel me? He's a little different. So I definitely feel like what we seen in the chapter with his subordinates talking about, his subordinates talking about, like this is like that time when Shanks did this or whatever, like with his exuding his conqueror's haki, whatever. Shank's not doing that for no reason. If
Not off
he's
the top
doing
of
that,
my
then
head.
he came to make a point about something. So that's why I think they had the interaction. They
Not
had the
off the top of my
altercation.
head.
Like they are leaving.
Yeah.
They might be leaving context out of something. You know, like I feel like we're gonna get more on that. Now, one thing I did want to ask about, Coach, did you notice anything Shiki related in the chapter? Shark that was in the water.
not
You
off the
know I'm
top
here
of
to
my
push it.
head, no.
You know I'm here to push agendas. So
Not
I've
off
been
the top.
telling you Shiki coming back for the longest, and
Yeah.
been waiting for something to tell me that he might be coming back sooner than later. We get the
Okay.
very same since we pulled up the Elbath period, and we saw that big ass like shark that was in the water that came. It was like a long ass shark. That's all of these little animals that we've been seeing in Elbath have been animals that have been in the Strong World movie. The bear, the elephant, and then this big ass snake.
It's so early.
Everything we've
I
been
do
seeing,
believe
except
Elbath
for
is
I
going to
think
be
there's
a
like
super
one
long arc,
animal that
so
hasn't been
it's
shown
really early for me to say.
that didn't really
As
get
of right
shown
now, I would
inside
say
the
no.
Strong
But
World movie.
if
For the
we all in the
majority,
agreement that
all
this
these
arc
animals
could be
have been
longer than
seen in the
Wano,
Strong World movie.
then I mean anything is
Like,
possible.
let me ask you a question. Do we think Shiki's gonna be involved in the Elbath arc in any type of way?
It's super early.
It's so early for cause I do believe Elbath is gonna be a super long arc, so it's really early for me to say. Yeah, as of right now, I would say no. But if we all in the agreement that this arc could be longer than Wano, then I mean anything is possible. Like it's a
Strong World was a good movie.
Oh, you don't ever want to?
What about you,
You don't
Kurt?
want Shiki to
My
ever?
answer to that will be Strong World was a good. I think Strong World was a good movie.
I feel like
It's a pirate.
Yeah, you gotta
it's
elaborate on what that
one of
means.
those situations.
Tying
It
into
means I
pirate.
just believe it was a good movie. I'm not interested in seeing Shiki in the actual timeline.
Oh
Strong
yeah,
World
see,
was a good
oh
movie.
lead with
you
that
don't
next
ever
time.
want to you don't want
Yeah,
Shiki to
lead
ever
with
be
that
in it?
next time.
I'm not saying I don't ever want to see him. I don't see what purpose he would
But
serve.
they've
I feel
discussed him
like
in Impel Down though.
like
But see, that
it,
to me, that's the whole point. Oda would give
it's
him
one
a
of those
purpose.
situations. It's one of those situations where
When I look at Shiki's character,
you introduce this character for his purpose of his character's introduction was for a movie. It was never for the actual canon timeline. It was for
They
that movie.
discussed him in Impel.
Chapter zero was a promotional chapter for the movie Strong World. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at Shiki's character, I feel like we got what we needed out of
If
that.
I would have agreed with you if Oda didn't drop a SBS earlier this summer talking about how he now has to make implications with Shiki's Devil Fruit being canon because of the movie into the
You
canon set.
lagged. I didn't hear you.
Wait, say that again. I didn't hear. I didn't. Say
You
it again.
lagged. I didn't hear what you
I
said.
said I would have agreed with you if Oda didn't drop an SBS earlier this summer explaining Shiki some more while telling us that the movie has now made his thoughts on Shiki's Devil Fruit that he originally didn't want to be canon or to bleed into the canon. Now he actually has to take it serious. He just doesn't want to use the movie Strong World as canon. That's kind of what he was going over in the SBS.
So what that
Earlier this
sounds
summer.
like is like what that sounds like is like
is still floating around somewhere.
he now wants to use Shiki's devil fruit, but not necessarily Shiki the character himself. That's what
No, he was talking about
that sounds
he was
like.
talking about the devil fruit and the character in
And
that
him
SBS
trying
video.
to write a way
When he was
where
noting it, he was talking about both in essence.
now
Legit.
the
Or
story
even necessarily like let's say Shiki may have made an island float
during the Ed
before,
War for
and
real.
that island is still
Like I
floating
don't know.
around
Like I
somewhere
said,
because of his
Strong World
he's
was a
dead
good
and
movie.
gone, but his devil fruit ability and such and
Um,
such. Things like that sound more applicable than him trying to write a way where Shiki is now in the story telling us about and this is what happened during the Ed War for real, for real. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I said,
I don't think
Strong
it
World
would
is a
happen
good
like that.
movie
I
to
don't think
me,
it would
man.
happen like that.
Um,
Like I still think there's plenty of ways to bleed Shiki into the canon. I don't think it would be. I don't think emphasizing the Ed War would matter that much if you're already telling the Rocky Port incident that happened. So I wouldn't go about the Ed War part. So I think if he introduces Shiki again into the canon, I think it would bleed more into what the plot lines were for Strong World, but he would change up said plot lines to make them make sense for Elbaf. Like we're seeing these strong, gigantic animals in
All
Strong World.
right.
It would
So
make sense to have those strong animals in Elbaf because Elbaf is the
what
holding,
was the plot
strongest
line
chapter.
for Strong? What was the plot for Strong World?
The disease. Shiki wanted to use the strong animals from the. He wanted to use the Daft Green to rile up those animals that were said to be so strong that he could possibly take over the blues and all that other shit. So that's if I again look at that same thing, even with Saul fainting at the end of the chapter. If you look at what happened in Strong World, the grandmother faints in Strong World, and it's because she's weak and cannot move from this very disease that is causing the animals to go berserk in Strong World. So if Oda wanted to implement the disease all over again, but do it a little different, he could do so because it already starts to look like that with Saul. We just don't know where it's going because we don't know anything about the moment yet. So it'll be interesting to see why Saul is like that right now. As far as the animals go, like I said before, we've already seen these very same animals from Strong World, from Elbath in Strong World. They're even telling us that the same thing, the same way you ward off the animals in Strong World is the same way you ward off the animals in Elbath. That the guys have to wear smelly clothing. Loki's subordinates have to wear smelly clothing just to make sure that the animals don't bother them. In Strong World, you had to put the Daft Green to a place where the animals would not bother you because it smelled too strong. So to me, it seems like he's using the same plot. He's just twisting it and spicing it up to make sense for the final saga. And we still got that scene after Marineford with Bage's ship, the gang Bage, his ship floating up to that boulder. That no one has, for the God's sake, explained to me yet why that scene exists. Only Shiki does shit like that, which we've seen in Strong. So, like I said, I just think the implications of this shit coming to be in some form or fashion.
You said Bage's fruit. You said Bage's ship was floating towards a boulder, right?
Yeah.
Forcing narratives to work.
Yeah, we know Shiki's ability don't even work like that. He has to make contact with your shit to make it float.
There's context missing. You would not, there could easily be a moment where Shiki touched Bage's ship before they even boarded their ship again at one point in time and made their ship float. He could easily tie that. He could easily fix that.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a lot of forcing narratives to work and shit. Because like there's already the Grand Line is already full of things that natural occurrences with like storm and irregularities that what I'm saying. You got warm eddies popping up, kids trapped in it. You got mother knock upstream sending people up to Sky Islands and shit. You know what I'm saying? We still don't even know. We never went over that island that was just raining lightning 24/7. So there's all kind of odd abnormalities all over the Grand Line and shit. So I'm not able to just see something like that and just chalk it down unexplainable. Shiki. Not gonna be the one. Something's going on with Shiki. It has something to do with Shiki. Like,
just saying,
it's not something I'm gonna be able to.
I guess ultimately, I'm not even.
I wouldn't be able to use that as one.
There we go. There it is.
There's a whole bunch of shit in the Grand Line that is just unexplainable. So that's not going to be the one thing that I look at and be like, well, this.
Okay.
But all in all, like, I guess ultimately, I'm not even fond of Shiki as a character. So
I can tell. So
I'm going to read the comment,
sure.
and then I have
those conversations surrounding him, I'm kind of just like, why?
Comment from Reed.
I don't get
Straw Hat Podcast.
Y'all
Definitely check that out.
Enthusiasm towards the topic.
The fact that Loki is messing Luffy's name.
That's why I said what I said in the beginning.
Luffy's name.
Strong World. I think Strong World was a great
normally
movie.
does for people.
Right. So I'm going to read this comment, and then I have a question for you. And
tells me that this dude is about to be a menace. He doesn't care about anything.
Comment from Reed. The Straw Hat Podcast.
Is it? Because we don't often see that with
the fact that Loki is messing Luffy's name. It's really messing Luffy's name. How Luffy normally does for people telling facts. Tells me that this dude is about to be a menace. He doesn't care about anything, just like Luffy. That's a great point. Right. Is there? Because we don't often see that. What's good, Gambino? Not even characters in general.
This is a straight Luffy to Loki parallel because Luffy does it to everybody he called. He called Bonnie Bogey,
that's
like that, Kid Jaggy, Lost, Traffy, and everybody tries to correct their name, but he only fixed it for Bonnie. Everyone else, once he gives you a nickname, the nickname's a nickname. Shirahoshi got a nickname.
What's good, Gambino? Glad to have you here,
nigga. And then after that happened, when we see Loki now meeting Luffy. Loki's like Roddy Ross. He calls him something, and Luffy's like, it's Luffy. Like you
What
could
was you
tell from the
asking?
So
boldness
I
in the
had a
letters on the
question
page in the manga. It's
more
like, okay,
towards
so
your statement of
he really
saying
need to check this nigga
you
about
didn't
this
see a
name, bro. So
reason or a
yeah, this nigga
need
don't even
for
acknowledge
Shiki to
that he
even
said
be
it wrong.
brought
He
into
just
the
keep going with
canon
his conversation.
manga script.
That's like, damn.
But you
Loki's
see,
giving us
right.
straight
So
Luffy energy.
when he first
He
said it, I
he
didn't
addressed it
understand he
with
was
correctly
biased
just now.
when I made the question.
What was you finna ask me, Coach?
So I had a question more towards your statement of saying you didn't see a reason or a need
That's
for
exactly
Shiki to even
that.
be brought
You just
into the
hit the
canon
pin on the head of
manga
what I
That's
script.
just
wanted to ask the question for.
bias.
But
Because I mean,
the,
you're saying a relic
right,
of
so
It's
Luffy's
not
own
first
necessarily
character.
said it, I
biased,
didn't
bro. Like
He
again,
did
it's not
right.
like
just say that though.
it's not like I hate Shiki or anything like that. It's he's a
The
relic of an old era. I don't see the purpose of bringing
He's a
that
relic
in.
of an
That's
old era,
You
exactly
know,
but this
that's
this
that
ultimately it.
man, I
pin
don't.
on the head of
It's still an
what I
era we know
wanted to
so
ask the
very
question
little
for.
about. Like we have
Because
no
Okay,
saying
I'll
a
go
context
when
relic
y'all
of
done.
of what
old
this
era.
era.
Like it's the reason why my dog is
Only
just
thing we
coating
really just
ships
know
at the
is
Sabaody right
he was a
now.
part of the
Like
Rock
he's a
School,
relic of an
But
old
Rock
era.
that's
Go
Pirates.
ahead,
not the
Cokes.
only
My
thing
fault.
Every
though.
other
But go
pirate
ahead.
on there of
I'll
significance,
attack it when y'all done.
we
I'll
give a
attack it.
certain
He's
amount
a
of screen time to,
relic of an old era, but
and
this
credo
is
to how
man,
important
I
they
don't.
are to
It's still an era
the
we know so
world
very little
at
about. Like we
itself at
have
this
no
moment.
True.
context
So I
of
feel
one of
like
the
at any
greatest
point
eras
of the
in the show.
show,
The only thing we
and
really
then
just know
we
is
know about him
he was
being
a
an
part of the
impaled
Rock
down and being
crew,
the first
the
one
Rock
to ever leave impaled down.
pirates.
So at any
Every
point in the
other
show,
pirate
we really
on
could
there of
have gotten more
significance,
context of
we give a certain amount of
he is
screen
this
time
dude for
to,
this reason. Let me show y'all
and
why.
credo to
Here's a
how important
backstory.
they are
Here's
to
more context.
the
Here's
world
anything.
at itself
So
at
it's
this
like
moment.
I
So
feel like
at any
he has
point of the
greater
show,
importance to the
Oda
show
could have really
than you're
just
letting
brought
on.
Shiki, and then we get the info about him being an impaled down and being the first one to ever leave impaled down. So at any point in the show, we really could have gotten more context of Shiki is this dude for this reason. Let me show y'all why. Here's a backstory. Here's more context. Here's anything. So it's like I feel like he has greater importance to the show than you're letting on.
So let
For
me go
sure.
ahead and I'll be remiss if I don't say this. I'll be
For
remiss
sure.
if I don't say this. Right?
I thought it was.
I was for Shiki
Okay.
coming back
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I knew it. He popped up.
when Big Mom and
He
Kaido
simmered
teamed
them
up.
down into, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? OG
I was
Rocksman
all for
the
it.
show, you know, all that
I
type shit. But
was all for it.
I feel like that would have
Matter
been
of
a
fact,
time
when the island lifted,
return to the story
thought it was Shiki.
just to see what Big Mom and Kaido were
Okay.
trying to. Now, he could have
You
very
know what I
well.
mean? I'm like, I knew it. He popped up. He
Yeah,
came to simmer them down into, you know what I'm saying? OG Rocks member came to show, you know, all that type shit.
shit
But,
like that is
you know,
A-okay.
like, I feel like that would have been a perfect time for the Shiki to
Teaming up
return
with,
to the story just to see
coming
what
back
Big
and
Mom and Kaido were trying to. Now, he can very well pop up and be on some like,
coming back
yeah,
and
Lin Lin and Kaido had the wrong idea. They weren't doing. They were about to go about it the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like shit like that is a okay with me. Him even coming back and
much as
teaming
the
up with
quote
fucking
unquote relevance.
him even coming back and probably teaming up with Blackbeard, a okay with me. Him coming back and
I don't think
having a fight with the Darkest King. You know what I mean? Relics from an old era. I'm okay with that. My my ultimate point is, as much as there's
it's nothing
quote unquote relevance,
nothing that can be put
right,
in the
and
cover story.
somewhat significance for
It's
his
not
character,
something that we verbatimly need on
I don't
panel
think
with our current
it's nothing that
characters
can
interacting
be.
with him.
It's nothing.
And
Y'all
that
gonna
was
hate me for
a
this.
lot of
It's
it.
nothing that can't be put in the SBS.
Strong
You
world.
know what I'm saying? Like
No, I
it's
agree
nothing
with
that
that.
can't.
You know,
It's
I
nothing
agree
that
with that.
can't be put in a cover story. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that we verbatimly need on panel with our current characters interacting with them. You know what I'm saying? Now the whole plot of the movie Strong World could be a thing with Loki. You know what I'm
like
saying?
Luffy,
So where Loki is the Shiki
for
for
shit
this
is
arc.
ending and
Let's say
realize
Strong World as a whole, the plot is supposed to mirror what's going on in Elbaf. The
so I
Shiki
was
for this arc
very
would
well
be
that
Loki.
my
Because
thing is
even
just
then, I know
himself.
this kind of
Now, for all
status
intents and
quo for the
purposes,
movies and shit, but
nothing has been
like Luffy meeting Loki and chilling with him and being cool before shit hits the fan and realize he got to fight this nigga is kind of the status quo for movies with Luffy and company. So I could see the Shiki parallel there. My thing is just Shiki, the character himself. Now, for all intent and purposes, nothing has been stated in the story that he's dead. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like his return could come back. He can come back, and it wouldn't necessarily bother me because it's just not something that I have like. Oh, when he comes back, I hope he does this. I'm expecting him to do
Who?
this when he
Who?
comes back.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
expecting
ask this
this. It's
question.
like, yeah, if he
You
comes back,
you can answer this question
info dump.
after
You know what
you
I'm
answer this
saying?
question.
Connect a few
I'm gonna
dots
read
and
some
shit like
comments.
that.
Okay.
But like, do I expect him to come back and still hold
Yeah, I'm
his
talking to Trip.
top 10 position that he held
And
in
then
the
after I
old
read
era?
the
No.
comments, you can
You know
jump
what I'm
in and say
saying?
what you.
So,
Because I know you're gonna want to respond.
Who? Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna ask
knowing.
this question. You
Who
you can
would
answer this
be
question
that top 10
after you
category right
answer
now
this question. I'm gonna read some comments.
that
Okay.
you have over Shiki?
yeah.
I'm talking to Trip.
Yeah, I'm talking to Trip.
Because I would assume before Big Mom and
And then
Kaido's
after I
passing
read
that they were in that.
comments, you can jump in and
Then
say.
I'm gonna go.
I know you're gonna want to respond.
I got a whole spill, so I'm gonna wait.
I'm knowing.
Okay, so
Who would be in
yeah,
that
today.
top 10 category right now that you have over Shiki? Because I would assume before Big Mom and Kaido's passing that they were in that.
Hold on, did he just
It was
bring up Vice
Shiki, Roger,
Admiral?
Whitebeard.
Yes.
Those were the
They
three.
were definitely in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
So who do I have over Shiki
Gotcha.
right now in the top
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
My
Again,
ears tripping.
you have your
That's on
admirals,
me.
4 of them niggas. You got your admirals, your vice admirals. That's
Okay.
4 of them. You got Kuzan. That's 5
Hold
people.
on, did he just bring up Vice Admirals?
No,
No,
I
he said the
say
admirals. The admirals.
your
Oh,
admirals and
okay. All
your
right.
fleet admirals. Come on
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Don't cook him. He ain't tripping like
All right,
that.
my
He
So you
tripping.
got
He
your
that's on
tripping.
me.
listen. So you got your admirals and your fleet admiral. That's 4 of them.
You
You
think
got
First
you got
Commander is stronger than Shiki? You think
Aokiji.
King is stronger
That's
than
5.
Shiki?
You got Blackbeard, Shanks, Luffy, 6, 7, 8.
You think
Do I Dragon 9? Like,
we still don't have
do I
we
need
still
to
don't have his
go
full
into the
bag yet
first
though?
commanders?
You think First Commander is stronger than Sheik? You think King is stronger than Shiki?
I believe King could defeat Shiki. Yes, Shiki doesn't have Shiki's ability is flotation.
You
It's
think
not like it's nothing he displayed showed immense intense hockey.
still
He
don't
had I would say he
have
has hockey,
we still
but
don't have his
destructive
full
hockey.
bag yet though.
Yeah, no, for
Right.
sure, which is why I'm
I'm
only
still waiting
going
on that
off of. I
last
can
one.
only go off of what what we've seen,
Today's
unless
guard?
you're telling me to make a speculative of like,
Okay.
if you're telling me to make a speculative choice, then I still only just leave those first commanders out. But then you see what I then get to do here is I would when I at Dragon I was at 9.
Right. So I'm still waiting on that last one.
Garp.
Really?
Today's guard. Okay.
Today's Garp. That was at Hachinosu.
I
Or
don't think so.
you know what? I'd be remiss if I just matter of fact. I'm gonna take out Akainu because I don't like that nigga.
Oh,
I'm gonna replace him with the Darkest
bro,
King. You
we
feel
were
me?
just talking
Like
about
it
speculative
is what it
things. We
is.
don't know.
Really?
All right. We can debate that
You
later.
heard me.
I'm gonna read these comments.
I
You
don't
know what I'm
think
saying?
so.
Hey, okay. Okay, hey, watch this. Loki.
So
Loki.
oh you
Smallest giant.
bro, we were just talking about speculative things. We don't know. All right. We can debate
We
that later.
do though,
I'm gonna read these
but
comments.
when it comes to Loki, we have enough because when it comes to Loki, we have enough just simply based on it took the entire country of
Took
Elbaf to subdue
Sengoku
it.
and Garp to stop
That's
Shiki.
usable.
That's what he's saying.
Because yeah, at that point, the type of force it takes to even stop the man. It's usable. We know it took Sengoku and Garp to stop Shiki, so we can understand the amount of force it takes to even stop the man. That's usable. You can't not use that.
Took Sengoku and Garp to stop Shiki.
That's kind of
That's what
crazy.
he's saying. That's what he's saying, Trip. He's trying to say if you're using the contextual
These are
evidence
your words. I didn't say
for
these
Loki,
words.
but you're not for Shiki. That's what he's actually
I
trying to
am
say.
using it for Shiki. I am using it for
Being
Shiki.
able to fight Garbus and Goku at the same time, that's not big. Or
It's
being
major.
slated to be a pirate on the same level
It's
as Roger and White Knight.
major.
That's kind of
That's
crazy.
not.
No, Jesus fucking Christ. Why y'all doing me like this? It is
You said
major.
it, man.
I'm just
Your
saying.
words. I didn't say these
I'm
words.
just saying it is major. I'm just saying in today's
You
pirate
think
scene,
it
it
would
is
have took Gart
status
and
quo
and
for the top
the
10.
Fed Fleet
If you're
Admiral
not
to take down
able to
Rayleigh?
do that, you're not top 10.
I
And
would say
there's
he
an
would round.
and there is 10 niggas who
All
can
right.
do that
I'm gonna
still in the
I'm gonna read
story,
some comments.
which is
I'm
why I can comfortably leave Shiki out of that.
I'm just trying
I
to
still think it's fair
go ahead.
You
for what you
think
just said.
it would have took Gart and the Fed Fleet Admiral to take down Rayleigh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
You're gonna learn
I'm
not
a,
to ask me no question about
But to be
Rayleigh.
fair,
You're gonna learn not to
and
ask me no question
Coach, to be
about
fair,
Rayleigh. You gonna learn, nigga.
and
I'm
Coach,
just trying to go
To
ahead.
be fair, there is actually a fan-made manga where Garp and Sengoku fight,
Did
and then Garp switches up on Sengoku. And it's a whole shit. It actually looks good. I don't think that it would ever happen like that, but it actually is it's like when people made the fan art shit of Katakuri versus the Blackbeard Pirates, and it had Katakuri just looking kind of good. I ain't gonna hold you, but
Did Oda
but
co-sign this fan made manga?
those are those things that can be made because of things that Garp said. You know, like it will take the whole. It'll take half the with the military stretched out as it is right now. It would take too much if we dispatch forces through it.
Did
We
did
wouldn't meet it.
Listen,
did
Coach.
Oda co-sign this fan made manga?
No, it's just fan made. That's why I said fan made. Make
Oh,
sure I start
listen,
off with the
Coach. He
fan
don't
made.
gotta co-sign a
Yeah,
fan-made manga.
I would.
What he
I was just
all he
bringing that
has
up
to
to say
do,
that people
all
think
he has to
like
do is what he's been doing. Listen, them niggas, them niggas at the top, they know Rayleigh is right there quoting shit.
Because I'm
We're
like,
not gonna get
bro,
this nigga. Just dwell on that.
if they
Just
knew where
dwell on it.
Shiki was, I
Just
don't think they'd
dwell on
just be hemorrhaging to chase
it. They
him down
know he's
either.
right
It's fucking
there.
Shiki.
They will not
They know
go
where the
after him.
majority
Can I?
of the Rock's pirates
Okay, can I ask a
crew are.
question?
They're not
This is just for
chasing them
record, right?
either.
So we know Shiki would have to have some type of island, right? So it's like when people used to debate the
Big
crocodile
Mom
Why
playing
you
theory.
Whole
looking
Cake Island.
confused, Coach?
How
I
y'all
Cause
know?
I'm
can
How
keep
y'all
like,
gonna
going.
bro,
know?
I can keep going, nigga.
if they knew where Shiki was, I don't think they'd just be hemorrhaging to chase him down either. It's fucking Shiki.
Listen, but it's
They know where the
different.
I
majority
It's
feel
of the
it.
different. Rayleigh right
I
downstairs.
feel you.
chasing them either.
It's different, bro. Rayleigh is right downstairs. Let's not act like Sabaody ain't
I mean, it
literally
ain't.
right
That's
Big Mom ran
Look,
into
downstairs
Whole
from
Cake
that
Mary's
Island.
Law.
Kaido
that
wasn't
That's
around.
that's.
no,
I
you
feel that.
literally have to sail
no,
I
away
feel
from
that.
that.
no.
For
But
That's
like,
still
Sabaody, you
plausible,
just
Coach.
got to
you're
jump
not just
down.
chilling.
Coach, that's still
If
You
Shiki
just
was
gotta
there
jump
just chilling,
down.
Coach.
I feel
It's
are they going after
downstairs,
Shiki,
my
or are
guy.
they waiting? Are
Coach
they
is
only
just
going after
still
Shiki if he's
plausible
like
because they
causing
know he's
mayhem?
there and they don't go after him. So that's just something that
I'm
you do
I
gotta
mean,
take
And
into
he's
but
consideration.
that
downstairs, my
that
guy.
that's
It's not. You don't gotta
I
get on
feel
a
that.
boat, bro.
I feel that. But it's like I, he's
I'm
not
just
just chilling. If Shiki was there just chilling, are they going after Shiki, or are they waiting? Or are they only going after Shiki if he's like causing mayhem?
I agree with you.
I think they still
But
going
the
after him
problem
because
is
he's an impel down escapee. They still going after him,
the
I
problem
believe.
is, Cokes, is that after Rayleigh does what he does with Luffy and going back to Marineford and then helping Luffy escape from Sabaody to get to Fishman Island, they should have got active on that ass, and they didn't. That's what
He's
happened.
still right. He's still at that bar
Yeah,
getting drunk, my guy.
he's still
Coating ships,
yes,
nigga.
and
Come
it's one of
on.
those things. It's like you know, what's crazy.
Like
I actually
that's
looked
a
into that
rough
moment.
ticket.
I actually off note. I actually looked into that moment in Sabaody, and the giant that's with Rayleigh in the
But
prison that's
before
still
you do,
missing
please let
of the
me
new
read this
giant
comment really
warrior
quick.
pirates. I didn't
Why
know
didn't
that.
she call me?
I
That's crazy.
didn't know
I
that. I
didn't
went
know
and
that
looked into.
either.
I went and looked into the moment.
Look at
Sir
that,
Albert
man.
O'Hara, he put it out there.
Bolstering Luffy's
Okay.
crew before
Exactly.
he
So
even knew
Comment
he
was,
finna.
because I was
Hey,
if
wondering.
man, look,
Shiki
man.
is not on
Hey,
Elbap,
I'm gonna go
then
off
who do you
another
guys
bit for
think
you, man.
that
You
got
feel
the
me?
panel waiting
Before
for
you
this
do that,
guy?
Consider.
let me
I
read
think that's a
this
great
comment
question.
really quick.
Yeah,
Why
If
do you
Go
we,
ahead,
think
because
if
then
it's, if
after,
it's
but
not
after that
Shiki,
too,
we never got
I
down to
still
the
want to give
bottom
my
of
whole
okay,
spill
who's
because
You
another
know what,
option.
Ree? I'm gonna holler at you
I
tomorrow
remember
about that
dude,
statement. I
you
ain't
you
gonna lie to
mentioned
you.
old dude from the
okay?
Gold Roger Pirates with
Bro's first comment
the
was,
shit.
if Shiki is not on Elbath, then who do you guys think that guy is in the panel
Not
waiting for his
Crocus. You said the
starts?
dude
I think
with
that's
the
a great
glasses and
question.
the
Because
the knives, like
you
the
if it's
know,
flip
not
looking
Shiki,
knives. I
we
think
never got
that's
down
what
to
he
the
had.
bottom of okay, who's another option?
Yeah.
I remember Goo. You mentioned old dude from the Gold Roger Pirates with
at
the
the light.
sip.
That was Crocus. He was sipping in the cover
Mm.
story. Crocus was
Not
sipping liquor.
Crocus. You said the dude with the glasses and the knives, like the butcher knives. I think you said.
Oh, Gabon. I
Yeah.
was saying that
Yeah.
people were saying
Sure.
it could be Scott or Gabon. I wasn't really on that note, but it's one of those things that people want him to want Oda to bring him back into the story for Sanji's sake. So it's like if it happened, it happened. So yeah, we could throw that in there for sure. My plan A is Shiki though. Like that
Yeah.
is
For
for
sure.
sure. I done got the whole vid out and all that. Like I'm going on. I'm banking on Shiki. Silhouette matches up too perfectly. Even when they drew it in the same outfit, that the hat, all that, the arm length, and just everything screams Shiki. And then Road to Laugh Tale still had it to where Shiki is. They were still talking about him, the Golden Lion Shiki. What is he? What is he? What was his 20-year move? His 20-year move? Like they still question all that. So it's like, oh, they're still throwing his name as a remnant as a rock out there. And it's crazy because I thought he was gonna pull up on Wano. He did, but they didn't show it. They just themed Wano heavily after Strong World, where these got the same similarities, like what's it called? The smile fruits affecting the village. The Daft Punk shit was affecting the village. They got Luffy and them pulled up and raided a banquet. That same thing in Strong World. It's the
Yeah.
same thing that happened in Wano. Luffy ended up pulling up and raiding the banquet. What's it called? The floating island. Kaido ends up making Onigashima, float. Luffy uses the motherfucking lightning gear 3 move to try to finish out Shiki. Then you got Luffy versus Kaido with the sumo that goes up lightning.
Yeah.
So it was like mad parallels into it. But then the one thing that caught me was the grandmother. The grandmother, she turned into a
Right.
bunch of the faces when she was talking to Orochi, and one of the faces she turned into was Shiki's face. And then to add to that, when Luffy was fighting that sumo wrestler guy
Yeah.
in Act One, there was a floating, those little things that they be having up in Asia, in Japan, and they even got them in China too. Like
Right.
it was floating above them, and I looked in the anime, the manga. It's there in every one, and I'm like, oh, and nobody talks about it, but it's sitting there floating in every one. And I'm like, okay, so he's drip dropping the Shiki shit in here, but he's not really doing nothing with it. Shiki's not pulling up, and now we're getting here in Elbaf, and I'm seeing the more strong world implications. So I'm like, all right, and then putting that up with the silhouette, I'm like, okay, it just all to me seems like Shiki. I've never actually power scale Shiki like where I think he would be in one of the top 10, or if he even cracks the top 10. I never really speculated that. I just thought he was an interesting character to not put more emphasis on because he was the first to escape Impel Down. He met up with Whitebeard and said he had his 20-year plan. And I thought, okay, I was like, all right, that's all supposed to be canon shit. So then when we get to Strong World, they tell us the movie's not canon. So I just like, okay, that means Sun is about to do something with it. He just ain't what he did for the movie was like, I don't know, that's not really what I'm doing. This is just for the movie. So there's always been that confused area
I
where
see two
like, is it
comments here.
all really just
One
for
from
the
Ree,
movie promotion,
Straw Hat
or is it
Podcast, saying,
really
"Yo,
hype for
Trip, your
what Shiki
bias for
might come
Rayleigh
out
is wild.
later on?
Over
What's happening?
Aki Inu is crazy,
And this is
bro." He
Warland,
then
so I
also
expect something
says,
crazy to
"Bro
go
was
down.
struggling against pre-time skip Kizaru and
So
Um.
Sabaody."
that's
I won't
basically
make
my
any
whole
comments
spiel
on that. I'll let the
as far as the
viewers of the
Shiki shit.
fight decide how they feel about it.
I see
um,
two comments here.
but then after
One from
which,
Ree, the
I
Straw Hat
see for some
Podcast,
odd
saying,
reason,
"Yo,
Trip
Trip,
says,
your
"Not gonna
bias for
lie,
Rayleigh is
hate this
wild.
Shiki hype.
Over Akiinu is
It's weird.
crazy, bro." He then
I'd
also
rather get
says,
bullet
"Bro was
or
struggling
Zoro."
against
I
pre-time
mean, I'm
skip
not.
Kizaru and
Hey,
Sabaody." I won't make a
I
comment
don't
on
think the
that. I'll let the
story
viewers of the fight
right now
decide how they
calls
feel
for
about
Yeah,
it.
bullet.
me too.
I
Me
think
too.
it would fit more.
But then after which,
I feel
I
I
see
feel
for
you.
some
I feel
odd
you.
reason, Trip
But it
says, not
fits
gonna
more for
lie,
Shiki.
hate this Shiki
It's so
hype.
not good.
Weird.
Not bullet right now.
I'd rather
Bullet
get
later.
Bullet
I'm
or
for.
Zafir. I mean, I'm not. Hey, I don't. I don't think the story right now calls for Bullet. I think it. I think it would
I
fit
don't think
But
it
more.
calls for
I
Shiki,
I'm
gang.
gonna be honest with
so
you.
I
It
feel
calls
you,
for Shiki.
but
I'm
it
against
fits
both of
more
y'all.
for
It calls for
Shiki.
Shiki and Bullet, but I don't think Bullet gonna get
Not
put into
Bullet
the
right
story.
now, but Bullet
Bullet,
fits
if Kid is
more.
alive, the perfect person that could train Bullet and draw out actual shit out of Kid, not train Bullet, train Kid and draw out shit out of Kid would be Bullet. Bullet has the same mentality, the same bravado, literally a devil fruit that's just like
yeah,
his. He actually has this big ass burn scar that go all the way from his chest all the way up to here. But if he was the man with the burn scar, it would make sense because even if you took the Stampede and you remember, we learned that Laugh Tale is Laugh Tale in Stampede. The movie's not canon, but that name is canon because we thought it was Raftel until we got to Stampede where it said Laugh Tale on the log post. And if Bullet was if Bullet would happen to have the log pose and was the man marked by flame because he has a big ass burn scar, it would all just make sense. That would be another way Kid could still reach the One Piece without actually having to, blase blase blah. But that that was a whole headcanon theory I developed like 2 years ago. I'd have dropped it, but if it was to ever pop back out, that'd be fire. So for Kid, and I do think the story calls for Sheep. If he put for all the information he put for Sheepy there, to not use
facts.
it would be like cool because you already wrote it this long without having to do that shit would be bad. But to use it would be all the more greater because you already dropped the lore for it. So why not go ahead and follow through? Cash that check, man.
I don't know where we
I
get
love
this
One Piece.
notion.
So
I
if you
don't know
can
where
make
we
this
get
shit
this
more
notion that
international, I'm all good with it. I'm
Now,
more geared to power
to
scaler, so I
the
didn't go
same
in
type
on
of
power
growth
scaler.
now, just
rate
because I'm not finna let that
in the
shit
2 years
slide, you feel me?
and shit like that.
Nigga gonna say
So
struggling against pre-time
with that
skip
being said,
Yeah.
Kizaru.
Okay.
I
Look,
don't
I don't
know
agree
where
with
we get
that.
this
struggling
notion.
against
I don't know
Kizaru,
where we get this
if that's the
notion that
case, Luffy
the
was doing miserable.
admirals go through the
If
same
that's the
type of growth rate that we go through
argue that
in the 2 year
Miserable
time
in
span
Egghead
and
or
shit like that.
Sabo?
The admirals are
Um,
already supposed to be prime.
yes,
with that being said,
because if we're gonna sit here and
you
actually
could say he was struggling against Kizaru, right? And
in
if
both
that's the
scenarios,
case, Luffy was
Kizaru
doing miserable.
stopped
If
from
that's the
accomplishing
case,
his mission.
because I'd
Okay.
argue that,
Only in one of those
you know,
Miserable
scenarios,
in
You talking about
Egghead or
you talking about Gear 5?
yes,
Yeah, he talking about Egghead Gear 5 now.
yes,
I could actually
yes,
agree with him on that.
What was Kizaru's
because
mission with Sabo
if
Odin?
we're gonna sit here and actually
To
delve
capture the
into
Straw
it,
Hats or kill the Straw
in
Hats?
both scenarios, Kizaru was
you gotta
mentally
capture them to
stopped
kill them, right? You
from
gotta get to them.
Not
accomplishing his
necessarily.
mission.
I mean, capture is
okay?
more of like a bondage
Only
thing,
in one of
but you
those
can kill them on the
scenarios
spot.
was Kizaru actually
Okay. Well,
stopped
even with that being
from
said, who still
accomplishing
failed
his
at that?
mission.
What was
Who failed?
That's
Kizaru's
all.
mission
Who still
That's
failed at that? Kizaru still
Kizaru?
failed at
to
that.
to
capture
capture the
Oh,
Straw
okay.
Hats.
to
Yeah,
kill
he
the
still
Straw
failed
Hats?
at that. Could not even get to them to
I
kill them.
mean, you got to capture them to kill them, right? You got to get to them.
Not
Got to them
necessarily.
until Rayleigh
I
stepped
mean,
in and
capture is more of
all
a
that shit
bondage
again.
thing,
Like,
but you can kill them on
Hey,
the spot.
well, I
like,
was okay. Well,
it
even
was
with
kind
that
of
being
like,
said, still failed at that.
you made a bro, can't do cut
Who
off the light
failed?
switch. Like, what are we doing
Still
here?
failed at that. Kizaru
Kizaru?
still failed at that. Did not kill them.
I see what you're
Yeah, still failed at that. Could not even get to them to kill them. Well, he got to them until Rayleigh stepped in and put all that shit again. Like how you made out a light and bro come through and turn the lights off on you. And you made out the shit. Bro,
See,
can't do cut off the light switch. Like what are we doing here?
Reed's on point though, Trip. He ain't combating you where you don't need to be combated because he agrees with you there because he knows you're
Other
right
than
there.
Garp,
And that oldest SBS already
other
did
than
confirm
Garp and
that. So
Kuza with Kuzan,
we know you right on that part.
he still has.
Reed's
That's
getting sharper.
long as we keeping it consistent, man. You feel me? Still has the he still has the best showcase
What
against an
Shanks
admiral
the Green Bull
Sharp.
other
as
than Garp.
a you know what I'm
Sharp.
saying? If you want to
Okay,
count
cool.
that,
Other
sure.
Cool.
than Garp,
Count that,
other
sure.
than
But
Garp and Kuza with Kuzan. as a pirate, he still has the best showcase against an admiral.
Yeah, bro. Listen, bro.
1v1, yes, I
Any
agree.
about it actually.
Unless we gonna give what Shanks did to Green Bull as a you know what I'm
Nah, I
saying.
was
If you want to
excluding
count
Shanks.
that, sure.
Yeah, I
If
was
you want to
excluding
count that,
Shanks.
sure. But
Do you
like,
have Shiki top
And he ain't put
15?
that.
I mean, like,
Marcos,
And
the
he ain't put that
Sabos,
sword down
the
since
right
he
hand
picked
men.
it back
All
yeah,
up.
the right hand
yeah,
men
Do you
bro.
have
have
him top
Listen,
15
bro.
if he came back in the show?
That's
he
enough
have
from
he does
me
still
about
have
it,
the best
actually.
showing.
That's
He does still have the
That's
best
enough
showing. That's why
from
he's
me
still
about
S
it,
tier.
actually.
He's rated
Hey,
S tier.
pre time skip
he
though.
came back, yes.
Still the best showing. Pre
Just like
time
He
skip,
came
my
back. I
guy.
could comfortably
Do
put
you
him
have
above every
Shiki top
And he
10?
ain't put that.
comfortably
And
put him
he ain't
above
put that sword down
every
since
single
he
one.
picked it back up. Say what now?
Do you
Comfortably
have
do that.
Shiki
He has
top
hacks.
15 if he came back
Hacks
in the
for
show?
his hockey to be immense.
Do I
And
have Shiki top 15 if he came back?
I got him too.
goes a
Yes.
very long
Oh,
way.
yes.
And
I
like, you know what I'm
do.
saying? Like,
If he came
a
back,
motherfucker
yes.
not have the strength or
If he
hockey
just
Just
came back, I could comfortably put him above every first commander.
to
If he
win
came
him the
back, I could
fight.
comfortably put him
So
above every first
oh,
commander. Every single one.
I'm definitely,
I could comfortably do that because he has hacks.
I'm
I
not,
expect his
so I'm
hockey to
not
be
biased. I'm not like
immense
I'm biased, and I'm just
and
There you go.
experience. That shit goes a very long way.
interest for the
And
character.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker could not have the strength or hockey to actually beat you, but his experience in the matter could win him the fight. So with that being
I
said,
said just recently.
I'm definitely
That's what I've been saying. No trick.
I'm not biased. It's not like I'm biased and I'm gonna just put the man down and shit. It's a lack of interest for the character, for real, for real.
Yo, trick. I was just speaking on that, and it's a lot of people in the, I guess, with the Viva cards being dropped, and they got the Seraphim stated to have armor and observation. I see a lot of the fans on Twitter, a couple guys in the Discord, they've been going at it, saying, "Hey, well, the Seraphim should be at a realm of being possibly stronger than their original counterparts, even as of now." And I was telling them no, because they have they're still young and they have the potential to grow into it. Whereas right now, you can say that on paper, yes, they're stronger. Like, you have Mihawk, and then you have, when you look at it genetically on paper, he's a Junarian now. He's part pacifista now. You know what I'm saying? Technological advantage. Then he also has a devil fruit where his whole body is a blade, and like Oda said in the View card, he can further the swordsmanship because his body is a blade itself. These are things he has to grow into. You know what I'm saying? And potentially max out. You get what I mean? Right now, where they're at, I don't think they're stronger than any of their counterparts. I really don't. I don't think S is stronger than Boy. I don't think S Hawk is stronger than Dragon. I don't think S Shark is stronger than Jinbei. So it's like, what at all? None of them. Because on paper you would say S Bear is what, the strongest out of everything. He's a Marion, Cyborg, Paul Human. Like, he's just up. And he has hockey now. That's literally 5 things on paper. I think Oda's gonna end up showing time. So it's like, what? These people are on paper better than their counterparts, yes, but with the experience that their counterparts have, they're in their primes right now. You guys still have to grow in and max out the potential of that. You can get outdone due to experience. So I think Oda's gonna end up showing that difference between Seraphim and the original pretty soon. I don't know what.
I'm sure S Hawk understands.
The ambiguity between the S Croc and Crocodile, we still gotta wait to see what that's gonna be like. But I hope y'all get what I'm saying.
I'm sure he understands. I'm sure S Hawk.
I do get what you're saying. For me, say I'm gonna use the Mihawk example. So, for example,
What's good, Zai?
I'm sure S Hawk understands. I'm sure S Hawk knows how to
Understanding the why
with the breath of all faith, you know, to cut nothing and cut everything.
Between
I'm sure S Hawk can do that. However, S Hawk doesn't know why he needs to do that. He just knows he can do that. The fact that Mihawk understands why he needs to do that
For the viewers,
is
I want you guys to know the
understanding the
Straw Hat
why
podcast
is
says
the
Rayleigh is
greatest
still my dog.
gap
Not gonna lie, bro.
between
He's just an old
them
dude
and
that
their
can't keep up with the new gen
counterparts type
anymore.
shit.
But he's
Yeah.
definitely
If you
top
ask me
5
personally,
and not
you know
4
what
or
I'm saying?
5 though. So I guess you guys are able to find some common ground there at least.
Um,
Hey man, you feel me?
for
He getting my
the
drip.
viewers,
I mean,
just
I'm
want you
just
guys to
saying they
know,
know that
the Straw Hat
the world
Podcast
government
says Rayleigh
knows
is
that
still
man
my
is
dog.
downstairs and
Not
will
gonna
not go
lie,
get this
bro.
nigga.
He's just an
I'm just
old
saying,
dude that
bro.
can't keep up with the new
He
gen
knows they are
anymore.
on
But he's
government. He is
definitely
on
top
government
five
land
and
at
not
your
4
nearest
or 5
bar,
though. So I guess
wasted.
you guys are ready to
He will not
find
go
some
pick
common
him
ground
out.
there at least.
That's all I'm getting at, dog. Hey man, you feel me? He getting my drift
Mm,
now. You feel me?
I
I'm just
feel it.
saying they know that the world
I don't know.
government
I still
knows that man is
got some.
downstairs and will not go get this nigga. I'm just saying, bro. He knows they are on government. He is on government land at your nearest bar, wasted. They will not go pick him out. That's all I'm getting at, dog. That's all I'm getting at.
I mean, I feel it.
I still have some conflicting
I don't know.
interests with your statement that you said
I still
earlier
What
got some.
Sakazuki
about
just
how they
what
would just for
Sakazuki just
sure
walk in the
be
bar with
down to get Shiki if he was there, just
just
because
open
he
the door
escaped from
like
Impel
good
Down.
Shaki like
And I mean that
Drinks
is a
on
big deal.
Sakazuki, nigga.
But I mean shit, a
that on the
Buster call
rocks.
was
That's what you mean?
a Buster call
Drinks on
was called on
Sakazuki,
Saba
nigga.
Odi,
I
in
Fuck you
which
mean, nigga?
Ray
interest with your statement
was
that you said
boxing an
earlier
admiral. If
about how
if
they would
anything, to
just
me,
for
a Buster
sure
call is a bigger
be
deal,
down to get
and Rayleigh was
Shiki
just a
if he
part of
was
that.
there, just because he
They're
escaped from
still letting
Impel
him slide.
Down. And I mean that
So
is a big deal. But I mean shit,
he
a
wasn't the
Yeah, he
Buster
was
cause, but
call
he
proof
aided
with
into
on
the
that. Ain't gonna
people.
lie.
You are part of it
Shiki
a
said
now.
Buster
You're
all
aiding
call
in their
drip
escape as
period.
called
well.
Saba
It doesn't
Odi,
matter. So
in
you're in it.
which Rayleigh was boxing an admiral. If anything, to me, a Buster call is a bigger deal, and Rayleigh was just a part of that. They still letting him slide. So
Rayleigh wasn't the cause for the
he
Buster
wasn't the
call.
cause,
The
but
Straw Hats were.
to the people, you're a part of it now. You're aiding in their escape as well. It
Facts.
doesn't
No,
matter
facts,
how you
facts,
view it.
facts, facts. No, listen. That is part of my entire argument. My man got involved with that shit. Stopped the nigga that was sent for a mission from completing the headline mission. And he's still there getting drunk at your nearest bar, coating ships. 2 years later, these same niggas come back, and y'all think, oh, the Straw Hats are back. We finally finna get them. There's Straw Hat Luffy. Let's go get them. That line right there, don't cross it, Playboy. And not one nigga crosses it, bro. In the fucking fan letter, them niggas said we're just gonna go around. We just finna go around, bro. That's dark. That's Rayleigh, bro. That's Rayleigh. Nah, bro. Listen, man. I'm not the one writing this. I'm not the nigga who wrote that this nigga Kizaru pulled the light beam, pew, pew, light everywhere. These niggas can't see before this nigga show up. That nigga Rayleigh pull up and made the nigga stay right there, bro. Made him stay right there. This nigga was bouncing off trees. Yata mirror. Bro couldn't even get the first bounce off, bro. Like, I can't. This is Lightspeed Uber. This is Lightspeed Uber Eats we talking about that got put on hold right there, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't write that shit. I ain't write that
I
shit.
still expect that
I just
fully.
saw it like y'all did,
I
man.
still expect that fully showed us true light speed.
I don't know who was talking.
Shit,
They must have been talking
I
so
like where you
quietly
going with
that
this.
only Luffy
I
could
like
hear.
Facts.
that he did it in the fashion where like
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
such the
Exactly.
ultimate troll because I could see Oda using this
Silly
now
shit.
as
Serious.
like, well, yeah, I don't even know who did it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They move so fast. You
yeah.
feel
I
me?
expect that between
Or
Sanji and
I don't
Kido,
know
bro.
who
They
was
all got good
talking.
shit.
They must have been talking so quietly that only Luffy could hear them. I didn't know who was
I rock
like,
with it.
nigga, you're the one drawing this shit, bro. What is wrong with you, nigga? You pissing me off, bro.
Yeah. It
Nah,
was
but
funny.
it's fine with me. I ain't really doing no tripping, but it's just perfect. Like I like the fact that the author is coming out to explain, like, hey, bro, did that shit so fast, I literally couldn't draw the shit.
Yeah, I like that.
Rock with it.
It's
I
cute.
like
I
it.
that
Fuck with it.
aspect of it, I like. The
Fuck
fact that
with
he
it.
also trolled us, I like,
Yeah.
because it's like, well, how do we expect this man to draw somebody moving at the speed of light, other than for him to just be like, "Hey, man, that shit was too fast, Brody." You feel me? But it happened just now. I could tell you that shit just happened.
It's cute. Fuck with it.
I fuck with
Yeah,
it.
because
I fuck
you
with
know
it. I
what
ain't gonna
this, you
lie
know what
to
this
you.
means. Because I've always said this. I always tell my boy Aiden to tell you this. This is when I first met him. And was getting into One Piece. I said, if this guy really wants to take One Piece where it can really go, he has to do the real implications of what these things can really do, like how Sakazuki could use water to actually create islands, if you will.
That's true.
So, Kuzan will ice. Sky's the on anime logic. We got Death and Akame got killed using ice so cold she could freeze. That's some wonky shit. Light speed, true light speed, we not even supposed to be able to know this shit's going on. So if Oda wanted to take the story there where he could really go, like it would get really crazy. And this, I was saying this before we even got to we probably were still in Act 2 of Wano, so I wasn't knowing none of this other stuff was really coming. And like we weren't. When I say Act 2 of Wano, I mean like we're in the manga Act 2. Like we just started Act 2. We're in the manga. We're the roof piece just really started. So I didn't know none of this other shit was coming, but I just know that this shit is One Piece is the greatest to me as far as fiction. This is one of the greatest pieces of all time. So if this guy really wanted to make it go there and take it to where it's like, yo, this shit is just wonky. I'm not sure if people would like it or wouldn't like it. And then it was crazy to see him put out the fucking letter that he did, where he was basically saying this is what he's doing with Gear 5. He's doing a lot of shit that's like wonky, basically. I was like, yo, I think he's going in that direction where shit just not going to make sense. But the shit did not make sense. You see how the newsletter started off? The episode of the newsletter was Kizaru and Marco just going crazy. It was kind of hard to follow that shit. You had to run it back like once or twice, like, oh shit, shit just looked bonkers. That's how One Piece is supposed to look. It's supposed to look like Looney Tunes, but with fucking pirates, bro. And that's where it's gonna go with a Gear 5 in the middle of a war. It's gonna get there. Bonnie out here doing wild shit. It's gonna get there. Like we're gonna see these crazy ass feats that we didn't think we were ever going to see. Oda's gonna make it possible. Like he's gonna be the guy. Like, he's gonna space jam this motherfucker. The 6 month break for the animation. He's gonna do some crazy shit. I really do think he's gonna get an actual fucking word. He'll probably take another break to upgrade shit again. That shit is still mind blowing to me where this shit's gonna go. Because I just looked at the fan letter. I'm like, damn. He's saying that is a tea party compared to what he's gonna do for the final shit.
No,
So
facts. You
6 month break.
taking the words right out of my mouth. I was just talking about this hiatus
by the time they get to
with Zach the other day. Zach didn't know that hiatus. Well, yeah, this was yesterday. Zach didn't know that One Piece was on hiatus. He didn't know that One Piece was doing a new format of not coming out every week, and that they're switching it up. He was a little upset about it.
You
Personally,
taking the words right out of
I told
my
him
mouth.
like I'm
I
gonna
was
tell
just
y'all.
talking about this hiatus
I trust Oda
with Zach the
It's
other
not
day.
one thing
Zach
he's
didn't
put
know
out
that hiatus. Well,
that I haven't enjoyed.
Zach didn't know that One Piece was
Whether
on
that be the
hiatus.
live action, whether that be the
He didn't know
one-off
that One
like
Piece was doing
Monster,
a new format of not
fan
coming
letter,
out every week.
anything
They're switching
Oda,
it up.
anything Oda thinks
He
he
was a
needs
little
to
upset
do to
about it.
increase the quality of
Personally,
One
I
Piece
told him just like I'm gonna
itself,
tell y'all.
go for it. Because
I trust Oda.
I'm already
It's
cool with
not
the
one
quality. I
thing
think
he's
the
put
quality is
out
fucking
that
phenomenal
I
right
haven't
now.
enjoyed.
But if you think it can be
Whether that
even
be the
better,
live action,
nigga, prove
whether
me
that be the
wrong.
one-offs, the
You got my
Monster,
trust, Oda. You've been handling your
fan
business
letter,
perfect this whole time.
anything Oda thinks he needs to do to increase the quality of One Piece in itself, go for it. Because I'm already cool with the quality. I think the quality is fucking phenomenal right now. But if you think it can be even better, prove me wrong. You got my trust, Oda.
Listen, you trust that man, and that's good and fair because I don't. It really bothered me when I understand that. Okay, everybody thinks they're a critique at some point. I get it. You see something you don't like, you speak on it. You feel like it could be better. All in all, but I've come to understand that. You ever find a series new series you get into, and you like it? It's good with you. One Piece has been getting its content. Shonen Jump cancels it every Sunday. after 50 chapters.
For two
You start this new show, you're like, hey, this is kind of gas, yo.
Listen, if he
Yeah, it
literally
got canceled
turned
after
this shit
season
into
2. Didn't
Daffy
get
Duck
renewed.
and Bugs Bunny, I'm good with it.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
he said he done, if he said he don't want to draw
One
no
Piece
more,
has been giving niggas content
I'm good with it.
religiously every Sunday,
You know what I'm saying?
like church,
I trust you.
for
It bothers me
2+
when people's
decades. So
appreciation for the story turns
listen,
into
if he
a lot
literally
of,
want to turn this shit into
you know,
Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, I'm
jadedness.
good with it. If
So
he said
ultimately,
he
that's what I feel
done,
like
if
it
he
is.
said he
Like,
don't want to draw no
you become
more and
jaded
just put
now.
this shit in the
Oda has
mouth,
spoiled
I'm
you,
good with it. You
and
know
now
what I'm
that
saying?
you've
Like,
been so spoiled,
it bothers me when
you
people's
know,
appreciation
flowers
for
every
the
day is the
story
norm.
turns into
You
a lot
think,
of,
Mm.
you
you know,
know,
whining and dining is the norm.
jadedness.
You think
Cause ultimately, that's what I feel
7
like it
Deadly
is. It's like
Coffee is
you become too jaded now.
the norm.
Oda has spoiled
You
you,
know what I'm saying? And it's
and
like,
now that you've been
no,
so
Don't work like that.
spoiled,
you know
you
what I'm
think,
saying? You're going to get
you know, flowers every day is the
this kind
norm.
of quality, love,
You
and
think,
care, but it ain't
you know,
always
whining
going
and
to be
dining is
Sky
the
Island
norm.
level.
You think
You
Water
feel me?
7
Some
and
of this
this
shit could be
lobby
held
is
down level.
going to be the norm.
But like,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
regardless, you know what I'm saying? So
no.
just let it come.
Don't work like that.
You know what I'm saying?
There's some
You're going
motherfuckers
to get this, you're going to get this kind of quality love and care, but it ain't always going
just
to
came back
be
from
Sky Island
you know
level.
I
You
didn't think that
feel
was ever coming back.
me? Some of this shit gonna be impel down level,
sporting up that
but like
you know
you gonna get it
straight raw.
regardless. You know what
What
I'm
is a
saying? So
sport that
just let
straight
it
raw
come,
JJK?
cause there's some motherfuckers like the Hunter x Hunter niggas were in a drought for years.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Bro just came back for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers were
I've seen
motherfuckers were
this one series
snorting
I
up
got. And it
you
pissed me
know
off.
that straight
I ain't
raw.
gonna say
It was
pissed me off.
snorting that
It
straight
shadowed
raw
two videos.
JJK.
One was
That
Samurai 8 from
that
Kishimoto.
withdrawal about to kick in
I'm
crazy
sure y'all
very soon.
heard of that
You know
or
what I'm
checked it out.
saying?
Samurai 8
Heard
from
about it.
I
Kishimoto.
mean,
I'm,
you
I'm
know, it's
somebody who
just I've
I'm
seen
somebody who
there was
was
this
like
one
waiting
series I
for
had
it to
got
drop.
into,
Once I
and
heard it
it
was about to
pissed me off.
and once it
I ain't gonna
released
say
on
pissed me
Viz,
off. It
I
happened with two
read
series.
every chapter
One
until
was
the last chapter on Viz as it was coming
Samurai
out.
8 from
I
Kishimoto.
love Samurai 8.
I'm sure
I
Huh?
y'all
bought all
heard
volumes
of that
once
or
it came
checked it out. Samurai 8 from
Watch
but it got
Kishimoto.
it.
canceled.
That
Yeah.
I'm somebody who was
Just
like
much
waiting
longer.
for it to drop.
It didn't
Once
even
I
make
heard it
it.
was about
Like
to
we got
release,
3 volumes,
and
but
once it
only
released
50.
on
They didn't
Viz,
even care to
I
print these.
read every
So
chapter
it's
until
called
the
Damn.
last
Narrative Way of
chapter
the
on
Martial Artist.
Viz as it was coming out.
It was
I
very good.
loved
It was on
Samurai
Viz.
8.
Very
I
good.
bought all the
Narrative Way of the
volumes
Martial
once they
Artist.
came
Like
out,
if
but it
y'all
got
like martial arts,
canceled
if y'all like
Yeah.
martial
because
arts
of
manga, pick it up.
reception in
You'll
Japan.
enjoy it for
There's
however
this
short
other
it is.
manga.
But
Huh?
like
It didn't even make it. Like it got 3
for Oda to
volumes with
keep
only
being able to give
visuals.
us a
They didn't
story
even care
that's
to
like
print these bitches out.
hasn't
It
been
was called
canceled.
Neru, Way
He
of the
only
Martial
takes breaks
Artist.
when he needs
It was
to.
very
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
It was on
Got to
Viz.
him.
Very good. Neru, Way of
Appreciate
the
the
Martial Artist.
circumstances.
Whereas,
If y'all like martial
you
arts,
know,
if y'all like martial
Oda
arts
just
manga,
produced
pick it up. You'll enjoy
an
it for however
incident.
short it is. But like
All of a sudden, we want a movie on
for
the
Oda
instant.
to keep being able to give us a
Think of
story
that.
that's like
Think of
hasn't been
that. How many
canceled.
series you know
He
will
only
drop an
takes breaks when
incident
he
for you,
needs to.
and
You know what I'm
you could
saying?
really kick back and like,
Goddamn,
we
so
could have a
much
movie.
content. Whereas, you know,
What incident are you
Oda
referring to? The
introduced
fan letter
an
or something else?
incident,
I'm talking about the God Valley
and all
incident.
of a
Oh,
sudden we
fact.
want a movie
Fact.
on the incident.
That could definitely be a
Think
movie.
of that.
God Valley, Rocky Four.
Think of that. How many
Yeah.
series you know will drop an incident for
Yeah.
you,
Listen,
and you could really kick back and like, we could have a movie of that.
that Oda could do so many special.
What
You know what I'm
incident?
saying?
The fan letter
I'm not gonna say
or something
movies
else?
now
I'm
because
talking about the God Valley incident.
Oh,
is
oh,
God Valley,
also
Rocky
gonna happen.
Port,
you definitely
You know
got
what I'm
to.
saying? That
God
would be
Valley,
one
Rocky
the
Port,
The Eddie
you
War.
know,
Yeah.
You can do
a
mad
Ed
different
Ed
things.
War.
Yeah, you can do
Listen, a strong, the fact that Oda could do so many specials. I'm not gonna say movies now because my problem with the
Wait, do you
God
think
Valley
God Valley
movie
wouldn't
is
sell
that it
tickets?
involved the Straw Hats. You know what I'm saying? That would be more so good as a special because movies need to sell tickets.
He did have a
They need to sell.
statement. He did have a
But
statement where he said the one if he did do a spinoff, he would want to do one about the Revolutionary Army, and it would be a deeper, darker tone.
Sure.
So
God Valley
the
wouldn't sell
fact that
tickets.
you got value, it was like we would buy the tickets. So when I say that, I mean a movie is meant to bring in new fans, right? For example, you have a lot of new One Piece watchers who are getting into One Piece because they saw Stampede or they saw Film
Okay.
Red
Sure.
with one of the characters, and now they're locked into the story. Some are
Right.
getting into it because of the live action. These things have main characters involved in the plot. God Valley would not have a main character involved in the plot. What a new person would have is simply coming out of that movie knowing who Roger is.
Okay.
They know who Kaido is, but wouldn't see the nigga for 900 episodes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know who Big Mom is, but wouldn't
Feel
see
it.
the bitch for
I feel it.
700, 800 episodes. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where you want to keep
For
the
sure.
main cast involved in the project, so the new audience members that come and enjoy it can immediately get into the cast when they start the series. So that's why I said as a special, it would be better. You know what I'm saying? Because a special is for those like One Piece fan letter is not for somebody who does not know One
For
Piece.
sure.
You know what I mean? And that's what that special would kind of hold. So a God Valley special would be perfect. Akainu Aokiji fight, that special, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rocky Portman special. You know what I'm saying? Things of that, like the fact that we have so many incidents that don't involve the Straw Hats that we can get specials on, I think speaks great volumes to the story magnitude itself that we've been getting. As of right now, as we're here in Elbath, right? As we're here in Elbath, only simply because it wouldn't sell volumes. Again, going back into the main cast needing to be part of the project being sold, a physical volume holds 10 chapters. So the only time Oda has gone that length in the volume without the Straw Hats is very recently with the Kobe stuff. I think that's volume 109, if I'm not mistaken. Or 105, 106. I think it's volume 107. You know what I'm saying? And it covers the whole all that shit with Kobe, Shanks and fucking Kid and Cross Guild and all that shit. Covers all that shit. But long story short, it will just damn, what was my thought just now? But yeah, no, the main cast would have to be involved and shit. So even right now, as we're in Elbath, Oda could go around the world of One Piece and just giving us two chapters of what the rest got going on. Two chapters of you know how Alabasta is dealing. A chapter of how Alabasta is dealing with their bullshit. Another chapter of those that are close to our crew responding to the the egghead
For
news.
sure.
Another chapter of Cross Guild. A chapter of what Blackbeard actually got going on. The fact that Oda could actually go outside of the Straw Hats for 5 chapters at a time and it not hurt
Mm.
the story, honestly, is again
That is
a
strange.
testament to his writing and shit. Because I can't even tell you. I was just watching Dragon Ball Daima, right? The first episode. And I was getting upset that halfway through the episode, I ain't seen my nigga Kakarot yet. It was bothering me. It was legit bothering me. Halfway through the episode, I ain't seen Kakarot yet. It started to bother me. Then I began to understand that, oh, this is not only my attention span, just what, true to the fact that people tune into these shows for who they tuning into it for. So when it comes to the side characters or the plot moving characters, you're not too interested in just like,
Huh?
you know, seeing that all goddamn day. You know what I mean? People are gonna tune into to One Piece to see Luffy smile. If Luffy's not even in the episode, they're gonna call it mid off rip. You know what I mean? You catching people who, if Zoro don't do nothing in a chapter, it's mid to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those type of things where I feel like the main cast would need to be present and prevalent in the ongoing plot for it to sell movie tickets, which is why God Valley wouldn't work
Okay.
as good. But as a special, then they gonna eat up for real as a special. Marine could do 2 parts a year without it, affecting budget for real, and motherfuckers not say it's an hour long, hour and a half long thing. You could drop 2 specials, 3 specials, fucking
I
around.
feel it.
You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Whereas just
anything you want to comment on
one
that?
movie
Go.
budget that may not, do the numbers that you need, which it will, because One Piece movies have just been going through the roof with their
I'll be
numbers.
down for a God Valley special. Oda could probably drop 10 different specials with all the information and lack of
Any,
context we have on the
anything you
show
want
of
to
One
comment on
Piece.
that? Goop?
Especially with the Dark
Pretty
Void.
much said everything.
What you say?
I'd be down for
Well,
a
that would
God
be
Valley special.
I'd like
Um,
that. I'd like that. But we got the Marine
Oda could
perspective in a
probably drop
sense, and we
10
always
different
getting the pirate
specials
perspective.
with all the
A Rev
information and
POV
lack of
would
context we have
definitely be
on the
outside the
show of One
box.
Piece.
And I'd love to get more insight on Dragon as
Especially
well.
A rev spin would
Dark
be nice.
Void. What you say?
I said a rev spin would be nice. Like he
Well,
said
that
he
would
would do something like that. So I'll be
I
cool.
like
I'll
that.
be down.
I like that. But we got the Marines perspective in a sense. Then we always getting the pirate perspective. A Rev POV would definitely be outside the box. And I'd love
I
to get
think we're gonna
Dragon as well.
Even darker.
I think we're gonna get a Rev POV at some point, and not just like in a narrow way, like the way I was just saying. Oda focused on the outside world for about an entire volume with the Kobe stuff. Like I think we'll get like a good volume length of stuff involving the
Right.
Revolutionary
Oh,
Army.
taking
I
an
think we
ex
will.
Marine and an ex pirate.
Yeah, I definitely think we might get some shit with them.
Shit, in my eyes, they already got
Personally, what I
Gold
want,
Knights.
I want to see the Revs.
pirate
I want to
wise.
see the Revs take in 2 new members, one Marine,
I
one
feel it.
pirate.
Rev. Oh, taking an ex Marine,
I
an ex
mean, as
pirate.
far as like
Taking an
moral code,
taking one
Fuji
former Marine,
Tora
one
would make
former
sense,
pirate. I'd
Then
like
in
to
my
see
eyes,
that.
they already got
story
Aokiji.
wise. But I kinda like him staying with
Pirate wise,
But if
the
they don't,
Marines
but if
just
they
to
don't
like
got Aokiji, you feel
fix
me?
it from
Who
within,
would you
in a sense.
put over there?
um, I mean, as far as like moral code, Fujitora would make sense.
Drake makes
Um,
sense. Drake
story
makes a lot of
wise,
sense.
Big
but
Fuji.
I kind of like him staying
Drake makes sense.
with the Marines just to like fix it from within, in a sense.
Yeah, I
So,
think I think his character needs to
because I
stay
know
with the
Drake was
Marines.
a double
I would
agent in
rather
Wano,
have I would rather
but
have Drake or Smoker.
Drake makes
exactly.
sense.
What
Drake
do
makes a
you
lot of
believe he
sense.
was first?
Yeah,
Was he
because
always a
Drake
Marine
would
first,
check
or
off
was he
both
pirate?
boxes for real. As the Marine and pirate, he would check
So if he
off
was
both
always a Marine
boxes.
first, do you
For
really
real,
look
for
at
real.
Drake
Oh,
as a pirate, or is he just pretending
because
to be a pirate the
I
whole
know
time?
Drake was a double agent in Wano,
Yeah.
but
I mean, he was a double agent upon his introduction into the story. So
exactly.
not just in Wano.
What do
Right.
you believe he was first? Was he always a Marine first, or was
Yeah,
he
he
a
was always
pirate?
a Marine first. He was always a Marine first.
So if he was always a Marine first, do you really look at Drake as a pirate, or is he just pretending to be a pirate the whole time?
He was pretending to be a pirate the whole time. He was never like even in Wano, he was a Marine. He was just still undercover. He's always been an undercover Marine. You know what I mean? So that doesn't change. It's the fact that he's been undercover in the pirate world that then just gives him access to certain information, certain know abouts type shit where
I
that
feel that.
information would be useful, and it's not information that the
I feel that.
or that the Marines have, because it's not like as a sword
Um,
member, he wasn't just divulging
what are
all
your
of his
expectations for
information
the
back
next
to the
chapter
Marines and
when it
shit.
drops?
I believe that was kept strictly under need to know basis within sword. So
I feel that.
I wanted him to come back to this chapter and we continuing our conversation with Loki, which we did. So, with that being said,
what are your expectations for the next chapter when it drops?
This is one of those moments where I'm just letting Oda cook, because I wanted him to come back to this chapter and we continuing our conversation with Loki, which we did. So, with that being said, I'm satisfied on that note. We linked up very soon. I'm worried for Robin and how she's gonna react. Wherever we go from here, honestly, would just be a treat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Elbath. You feel me? Been waiting to come here for a very fucking long time. Yeah, no, ultimately, the crew is about to join us. Not literally about to join us, but they're in the vicinity now, so we'll be linked up very soon. I'm worried for Robin and how she's gonna react to Saul if Saul is he's gonna play around with certain things. I hope he's not. Flip a few concepts here and there. So I want to kick back. Yeah, no. Ultimately, I'm letting Oda cook from this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I see where he's what he's intending to do. In a sense, he's not gonna keep it strictly Norse mythology as far as one-to-one with the lore. He's gonna play around with some certain things, and
are you of the belief
flip
that
a few concepts here and there. So I want to kick back and just let that happen before I begin to
Saul? I'm tripping.
Really try to.
Do you believe Saul is dead, or
track out the trajectory of where things are going?
All right.
Read.
No need for all that.
Go.
Do you believe, bro? Kick the bucket.
Are you of the belief that what's his name? Source. Saul. Do you believe Saul is dead?
The fuck did you call that nigga just now?
He said Sword. There's gonna be something going on where
no need for all that. Do you believe bro?
Come on.
Or you think bro's still around?
Might be something going on with him. I think he's still around. I think he got some poison. I'm telling you, this is another strong world implication. You don't have some type of poison or something gonna be going on with him.
Okay.
And there's gonna be something going on with him where
I couldn't imagine what the fuck.
Might be dying. You know what I mean?
Poison is interesting.
Might be something going on. I might have something to do while we on Elbath. So I don't think it's impossible. Something with the black, you know what I mean? It's some type of virus type of shit, like something implemented.
I couldn't imagine what the fuck. Poison is interesting.
I'm trying to think about.
I don't think it's necessarily poison. I just think what's going on with him is just something with the body. You know what I mean?
Like Oda, you now effectively put it in our head that Saul is about to die. I don't need to be panicking just for this nigga not to die and shit. Like I didn't need that in my life. I didn't need that.
I'm trying to think
about. Aren't you used to that stress from Oda though?
My thing at this point be the whole. You know what I'm saying, Oda? Why are you intending to stress me the fuck out? Like Oda, you've now effectively put it in our head that Saul is about to die. I don't need the fucking. I've been stressed, my nigga. I don't need to be panicking just for this nigga not to die and shit. Like I didn't need that in my life. I didn't need that stress. You feel me? So it's one of those things where.
Feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Oda, why are you intending to stress me the fuck
personally,
out?
I don't believe he's going to die.
It's not to stress you out, it's to stress Robin out. But it's like I got the information before she did. I've been stressed, my nigga. You feel me? So it's just one of those fucking things, man.
Okay.
It might warrant some prompt action.
Personally, I don't believe he's going to die. I think he is. It's very rare in the show characters ever do.
What's good, ABK?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to die.
Just given the Ohara incident, he wasn't meant to survive that. You know what I mean? So the fact that he survived that, he's been living on borrowed time for real.
Fair. Fair.
I think he is set to pass, though. He is set to go ahead and check out because just given the Ohara incident, he wasn't meant to survive that. You know what I mean? So it's the fact that he survived that, he's been living on borrowed time. He's seen Robin in the newspaper.
And it's like
And
he wishes to
you
see
know,
her
I ain't gonna
again
say
before
that's a
he
death that he
passes.
wanted, because
And
he died ensuring that, not ensuring,
if I'm
because
not
really it was
mistaken, when Saul
Aokiji
was
that
introduced,
saved Robin. You know what I'm
the
saying?
hat he was
But
rocking is
you
similar
know,
to
it's one of those
Robin's
things
pre-time
where
skip hat
I'm
that
sure when
he
he
was wearing
survived,
after
he's
he
seen
passed away.
Robin's
Like
bounty in the
that cowboy
newspaper,
style hat.
and it's like he wishes to see her
I
again
would
before
love
he
for her
passes and
to
shit. And
start
one
wearing that
thing I've been noting too is that,
in
if
remembrance
I'm not
of Saul.
mistaken, when
Only
Saul was
had
introduced,
closure of
the
like
hat
you
he
guys
was
when she
rocking
gets to say her
is similar to
goodbyes. Like
Robin's
after
pre-time
actually
skip hat
being by
that
his
she
side
was
before
wearing
he
in
passes,
Alabasta. Like that same, that's that
and
cowboy
one
style
of the
hat.
ways of like really
I
continuing
would
his
love for
will
her
is to
to
wear a similar
start
style hat
wearing
that he was
that
wearing
again
type shit. I just want to see
in
her back in that cowboy
remembrance of
hat.
Saul, only after the
I'm mad at
closure
that.
of
Do
like
y'all
he
believe that
dies and she gets to
Robin
say her
changing her hair back
goodbyes. Like
to
after
pre-time
actually
skip
being
has
by
any
his side
significance
before
past
he
her
passes,
relationship with Saul,
and one of her ways of
or
like
not really?
really continuing his will
I
is to
mean,
wear
truth
a
be
similar
told, me and
style hat
Shorty
that
got
he
a
was
date
wearing,
coming
type
up,
shit.
so I
Type
I just
shit.
imagine
want to see her back in
speaking
the
on some
cowboy
other
hat
nigga.
personally.
You know
Type
what I'm
shit.
saying? But
Type shit. I'm mad at that. Do y'all believe that Robin changing her hair back
fucking
to pre-time skip
it's
has any
I love it
significance
honestly.
past
Like
her
I do.
relationship with
I like
Saul,
the fact that we
or not
really
really?
have a character do something
I mean, you know, truth be told, me and Shorty got a
reminiscent of
date
their
coming up,
past
so I
selves,
imagine she did
Right.
it for me and not
especially the
some other
past self
nigga.
of
You
them
know what
that
I'm
we fell
saying?
in love with. So it's like, like, oh yeah,
But you
that
know, fucking
does hold some
it's
type
I
of
love it, honestly. Like
importance to
I
you as
bet.
I
far
like
as
the fact
I
that,
remember when
you
this
know,
person used to
we have
see
a
me
character
like
do
this.
something
So
that's
let me
like
present myself like
reminiscent
this
of
manner
their
again.
past
Type shit.
selves,
I
Right.
like
especially a
I
past
like those
self
kind
of
of
them that we fell in love with.
callbacks. You
So
know what
it's
I'm
like,
saying? So
you know, like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, so
for
that's
that
sure.
just
does
me personally.
hold some
No, I'm
type
also a
of
And
fan of things like that.
if it's
importance to
not
you,
because
as
of
far
that,
as I remember when this
Oda
person used
did
to
it
see me like
personally
this. So let
because
me
of
present myself like in this manner
the
again,
live
type shit.
passing.
I
Like
like I
the
like those
Mm.
kind of
passing for the live action.
callbacks, you know
I
what
think
I'm
it
Mm.
was just
saying?
another
So
one of those like
yeah,
For sure.
after
that's just
seeing
me
her and meeting her
personally.
is
No,
like
I'm also.
And
what I did with that. He was
if it's
beautiful.
not because of that, I think Oda
You know
did
what I'm
it
saying?
personally
Mm.
because of uh
Feel it.
the live
Feel it.
casting person,
Huh?
the person we
Like for
casted
example,
for the
I
live
imagine
action. I
I
think it
just
was
think
just
Oda's the
another
kind of person
one of
who
those
like
like
when they casted
after
Shorty
meeting,
and she had
after
to
seeing
cut
her and
her
meeting her
hair.
is like,
That's
you know
probably
what,
one
you
of
was
the
good
things
with
that
that.
she
You was
just
good with those
casually
bands. Let
mentioned
me
that
give them
like,
back to
I
you.
was really I
You
was
know
so
what I'm
worried
saying?
about cutting my hair, but I just cut it and thank God. And just
I feel
probably
it.
noted to the fact that she had to cut her
Like
hair.
for example, I imagine
It was
I
just
just
like,
think Oda's the kind of person who's
I
like
got you,
when they
baby.
casted Shorty
Chopped off the real
and she
Robin
had to
here.
cut her hair,
You know what I'm saying? Or
that's
some shit.
probably one of the
Like
things that
I
she
feel like
just
Oda's the kind
casually
of person who
mentioned
would
that
just
like,
do
you know,
little
I was
shit like
really
that. It's one of those
so
special
worried
things
about cutting my hair, but I
the
just cut
story
it
is for
and, you
Saul.
know, thank
In
God.
real
And,
life,
you know,
it's
just
for
probably noted to the fact that she had to
and
cut her
it's
hair and she
something
was kind
he
of
did
sad about
for
it. And
her.
Oda was just
Just
like,
that we would never know about.
I got you,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying? Like how
Chopped
he
off the real Robin's head
on
too.
one of the
You know what
cover
I'm saying? Or
pages,
some shit. Like
um,
I feel like Oda's the kind
they
of person
were
who would
he
just
had
do
the
little shit
character
like that.
celebrating
It's one of those special
birthday.
things where
Come to find
in the
out,
story it's for
from his
Saul.
editorial
In real
staff,
life,
just had
it's
a baby.
for
You know
her.
what I
Slit.
mean? So
And it's
Oda be doing
something
shit like
he
that.
did for
No,
her.
facts. That's for sure
Just that we
something I
would never
wouldn't
know about.
hold past him.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely
how
see him
he
saying or
on one
doing.
of the cover pages,
ABK says
um,
Robin is mine, broski. So I guess you have
he
to
had
deal
the
with that trip.
character celebrating the birth of a baby. Come to find out, someone from his editorial staff had just had a baby. You know
Um,
what I mean?
but no,
So
this is honestly
Oda be
somewhat
doing
of
shit like
a
No,
that.
short chapter for me this
that's
week
for sure
after the
something I
2 week
wouldn't
break.
hold
Is
past him. Definitely can see him
for me at least, I
saying
feel
or
like it
doing.
was over kind of fast. Was there
ABK
any
said
other
Robin
closing
is
points
mine,
you guys
broski.
had?
So I guess you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, ABK. You feel me? We gonna good
Trip.
luck with
I
that.
just hope
Duel
that
me to the death, nigga.
Um,
that
but no,
we
this is honestly somewhat
like
of a short chapter
I'm
for me
okay with
after the 2 week break.
bouncing
Is it
around the island,
for me at
Mm-hmm.
least, I felt like
but I
it
kind
was
of
kind
want
of
to
fast.
conclude an
Was there
area
any other closing points you
before we
guys
just
had?
move on to another area. For example,
Trip.
I
that
just
way
hope that whatever we do next,
when we get to the next chapter, right? And
that
Sanji
we
and Zoro's
like
group.
I'm okay with the bouncing around the island,
cut away and
but I kind of want to conclude an area before we just move
we
on
conclude what
to
we got
another
going on
area.
with Luffy and
For
Loki.
example,
Then we
I
deal
hope
with
that
whatever
when we get
places y'all
to
have to go to.
the next chapter,
You
right,
know
and
what I'm saying?
And Zoro's
Maybe
group
we back
has
and forth
made it to the village that they're going to,
the rest
I
of
hope
our
we don't
shit. But
cut
I don't
away
know. It's
and
just the scene
we're
hopping
still
be
with
making me dizzy
Luffy and
sometimes,
Loki.
making me feel like the
I
chapter
hope we
is going to
conclude
go
what we got going on with
to
Luffy and Loki,
about
and
that.
then
Mhm.
we deal with
I would say the scene
wherever
hopping that
village
makes the
Straw
chapter
Hats are
feel
going
short.
to.
Okay.
You know
I
what I'm
would say I
saying?
do want to see what else.
Maybe we back and forth them and the rest of our crew and shit. But I don't know. It's just the scene hopping kind of be making me dizzy sometimes and making me feel like the chapter is short
I
a
agree.
little bit.
The
I think
bounce
that's
around
ultimately
Yeah,
what
I
it
agree with
is.
that.
for a chapter, but
Mhm.
really sit down and
I would
dissect.
say
It's the scene hopping that makes the chapter feel short.
I would say I do want to see what else Oda does with these so-called like
to one
mountains.
direct thing for a little bit.
Like how he got this one's the underworld where he's gonna start labeling the other ones.
Let's really do
So
it, you know.
that'll be
But
interesting.
another thing I
And
want to say
I
is,
agree, Trip.
the
The
whole
bouncing
thing
around
with
makes
in
it
the
feel like it's
village,
a
I hope
short
we
chapter, but when you really sit down and dissect it and read it a few times,
a
it
lot
feels
more to elaborate
a
about
lot
that.
better.
I would hate to
But
say that.
I would want us to get to one
Luffy
direct thing
bring
for
the end of everything,
at least. Like give me the Luffy and Loki thing. Let's really do,
be a cursed prince.
Another thing I would want to say is the whole thing where the keys in the village. I hope
that
it's not
village be
that
some
simple. I
extravagant
hope
thing.
there's a lot more to elaborate about that because I would hate to say
Everybody knows
to this Loki fellow who
the
bring the
unfortunate
end of
thing about
everything
this
and
scenario is
critically acclaimed.
Loki has legitimately asked
the
Luffy for
accursed
help.
prince. The key is just
And
in the village type of shit.
for the most
I
part,
hope that village be some like
I don't know
extravagant.
too many situations where Luffy has just not helped the nigga that asked him for help.
Because otherwise,
You know, the
Fair.
unfortunate thing about this scenario is that
Fair.
Loki has legitimately asked Luffy for help.
You know, and they having a accord
And
them that
for the most
I won't
part,
diss Shanks no more. As long as he don't.
I don't know too many situations where Luffy has just not helped the nigga that asked him for help,
So I'm like,
directly or indirectly.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Do the deed.
Apologize
Now,
about the shit.
Hydruden is the one with the key.
Fair.
And he apologized, said I was just kidding. You know, and they having an accord between them
So
that I won't diss Shanks no
I'm gonna
more.
say one thing,
As
and
long
then
as
we
he
can
don't do
close out on
that, we're
this.
good. So it's
Because I
one of
think
those
you're right.
like I don't.
That's a great point.
So I'm like, damn, Luffy
It's
gonna
very rare
actually,
that Luffy
you know what I'm saying, do the
does
deed.
ever
Now,
get
what if Hydruden is the one with the
requested for
key?
help and
That
not
will be very
actually give it
interesting to
out.
see play out. You know,
But I think in
Mhm.
this particular instance,
So
this was very, very different.
I'm gonna say one thing, and then we can
In
close
this
on this
instance, Luffy was
because I think you're
given.
right. That's a great point. It's very
I don't
rare
think the word
Luffy
ultimatum is the right term,
does ever
but he
get
was given,
requested
I don't
for
know,
help and not
a task, a
actually give it
challenge,
out.
an agreement,
But I
if anything.
think in this
If you
particular
help,
instance,
dude,
this
if you
was
help me
very,
escape,
very different.
I'll take
In
out any pirate
this
crew of your
instance,
choice.
Luffy was given.
Now, if he would have just said, Luffy, I
I
need
don't
help,
think the word
please get me out
ultimatum
of
is
these
the right
chains,
term,
I'd
but he was
10,000% agree.
given,
Okay, Luffy's getting
I
him
don't
out
know,
today.
a task, a
But
challenge,
it's that
an
caveat of the
agreement, if
last
anything.
half.
If you help
I'll
me
take
if you
any
help me
pirate
escape,
crew out of your
I'll
choice.
take out any pirate
When I
crew
hear
of your
that,
choice.
that doesn't seem very
Now,
Luffy-like,
if he would have just
right?
said,
It doesn't
Luffy, I need
seem
help,
it
please
doesn't
get
seem
me out of
very
these
like
chains,
on
I'd
character for him.
10,000% agree.
To
Okay,
me,
Luffy's getting
when
him
I
out
hear Luffy
today.
hearing
But it's
that
that
statement, he's just on
caveat of
some.
the last
Why
half.
would I need you to do
I'll
that? I'm gonna
take
do that myself anyway.
any pirate crew out of
So
your
it's
choice.
like,
When I hear
the fact
that
wasn't even his
that
immediate
doesn't
response was
seem very
alarming.
Luffy-like, right?
yeah,
It doesn't
so that's
seem
what gave me cause
very
to
like
think.
on character for
Okay,
him. To
maybe
me,
Luffy will be like,
when I hear
no
Luffy
thanks, because I'm gonna become the king
hearing
of the
that
pirates on my
statement,
own.
he's
I
just
don't
on
need your
some.
help. I don't need you to take out any
Why would I
crew.
need you to
That's
do
you
that?
taking
I'm
off
gonna do that
in the
myself
front.
anyway. So it's
No, I'm
like,
gonna just go.
yeah, the fact
But
that
then we
wasn't
all
even
know
his
he's
immediate
not just gonna walk
response was
away from the
alarming.
situation. But
yeah,
I do think
so
at some
that's
point
what
we're
gave me
gonna come
cause
back
to
to
think, okay,
you're gonna do
maybe
what
Luffy will
if I
be
let you
like,
out?
No
I don't
thanks,
want
because
or
I'm going
need
to become
that.
the king of the pirates on my own, so I don't need your help. I don't
Just
need to take out
just
any crew.
how
That's you taking
Blue
the
was
fun out
saying
of it.
last week
Nah, I'm gonna just go.
about Barto being in the wrong for stepping against
But
Shanks
then
and
we all know Luffy,
shooting
he's
down
not
those
just gonna
flags.
walk away from the
I don't think
situation.
Luffy
But I
wanted
do
him to
think
do that.
at some
But I
point
know
we're
for a
gonna
fact
come
Luffy
back
wouldn't
to
want
you're
even a member of
gonna
his
do what
crew
if I
to just
let
go
you
out
out?
and
Because I
defeat
don't want or need that.
a whole nother
Like,
crew solo dolo facts. Because that's
just
not
how
the way. That's not the Luffy way.
Goo was saying last week about Barto being in the wrong for stepping against Shanks and shooting down those flags. I don't think Luffy wanted him to do that, but I know for a fact Luffy wouldn't want even a member of his crew to just go out and defeat
That doesn't
a
scare
whole
me
nother
anymore.
crew
That
solo dolo.
because what did that do
That's
last
not the
chapter
pirate
or
way.
last
That's
part?
not the Luffy
I'm
way.
more so seeing like this is if Oda decides to go this route with it, but
I don't need you to take out no pirates, but
I could see
your homeland
them calling a buster call on Elbaf,
you might want to
sending
show the outside world
actual admiral presence with that
That
buster call,
doesn't scare me
and
anymore.
Luffy
That's kind of where I see
Last chapter or
Loki's
last arc.
character
and Luffy setting him up,
I feel you.
and Luffy setting him free
You're saying
to
you're
do it.
prophesizing
Like, I don't need you to take out no pirates, but
but
your homeland is about to get erased. You might want to show the outside world why they call this bitch Warland for real, for real. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I see Loki's character arc going.
For this man to be a villain,
Where, you know what I'm saying, you're saying you're prophesied to destroy the world, but you're probably more so probably prophesied to protect this land from the world being destroyed.
Fair.
Because
So,
I mean, at least Luffy and Blackbeard, they was a
it'd
little
be
bar
interesting. Because
bickering.
again, like, for this man to be a villain,
these niggas legit look like they bonded.
Their introduction is beginning to rival Luffy and Blackbeard's
they
introduction.
smiling at each other. They telling each other who
If he's supposed to be a villain.
real introduction. They introducing themselves.
Because, I mean, at least Luffy and Blackbeard, they was, little bar bickering over
what he is.
the best drink, the best pie.
Yeah.
These niggas legit look like they bonding for real.
Luffy chilling on this
They lie, they smiling at each other, they telling each other who they are, real introduction, they introducing themselves. They finding out, okay, this nigga think he bigger than what he is. This nigga over here fucking he's subduing animals. He Luffy chilling on this nigga leg, playing with his pets.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's, I don't know, for him to be a villain, the introduction has been very,
villain or an ally,
only Blackbeard has that level of an introduction with Luffy.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a villain. He's not
where
an
they're
ally.
seemingly getting along in a sense.
It's gonna be a long day for us.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm still very on the fence about the position Loki is going to play here.
Love the
Whether it's going to
insight.
be as a villain
Great
or an
perspective.
ally or
Amazing
just
chapter.
one of those
I gave it a when I
anti-characters
read it. It was
where,
nothing less than a
you know what
9.
I'm saying, he's not a
So
villain,
next
he's not an
chapter is
ally,
gonna be
but if
even
we ever
better.
do have to deal with him, it's going to be a long day for us.
Please.
You know what
I'm
I
gonna
mean?
say this again. Join us
I could
on
dig.
Wednesday for
I
our
dig it.
biggest guest, huge
Love the
special guest.
insight.
I wouldn't want y'all to miss out on
Great
it. I
perspectives.
think y'all are really gonna
Amazing
like this one.
chapter. I
Till
gave
next
it an
time.
8, but when I read it,
Peace.
it was nothing less
We
than a
just been
9. I'm sure the next chapter is gonna be even better. Please, I'm gonna say this again. Join us on Wednesday for our biggest guest, huge special guest. I wouldn't want y'all to miss out on it. I think y'all are
talk to
really
him.
gonna like this one. Till next time, peace. We just been.
Yes, sir.
Last one for you. Where do you guys want to keep building the most as you move forward on these next couple games here? Obviously, our communication and our transition defense. Our defensive rebound is very key. And then whole team's a one shot. And that's the defensive rebound. But just getting better and better with our system. And if we do that, we'll be fine. Appreciate it, Ron. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mike. Check this out. Back-to-back triple doubles. Of course, LeBron becomes the oldest player in NBA history with back-to-back triple doubles because he did it on Friday night.
16 assists.
12 and 13 in the win against Philly. Tonight, he bounces back with 19 points on 6 of 14, 10 rebounds, and a season-high assists. When AD went out of the game, guys, with 5 minutes left in the third, down 73-70, LeBron absolutely took over. Mike Trudell brought up a great point with LeBron there. We talk so much about points and assists, but it was the 2 defensive rebounds that led to some easy buckets. And LeBron kind of set the tone, and everyone else followed.
Yeah, you guys know these are just decisions but like when you're this good, you can just decide.
I'm going to do it right now.
You know what? I'll go ahead and stack a few triple doubles up and move my way up
16
to
assists,
the top in that category as well. Another list he'll be number one on probably by the time he decides to finish playing. But I think this is in alignment with some of the conversation we talked about with D'Lo going onto the bench unit. Guys needed to be open to playing different maybe types of roles, making certain sacrifices in order to find ways for this team to be most effective. And I think LeBron has made some decisions coming into this season around, yes, Anthony Davis being the focal point. What's that? Huh? What's that? Oh, it's a mic. It's a mic? Yeah. What that's for, like? For my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Hey, big head.
I got you, G.
What you up to?
Nothing. Just here.
Nothing. Just there.
Yeah.
You got work tomorrow? Boo.
I know.
So, I mean, you going to sleep early tonight, huh?
I looked at 2.
Oh, 2? That's not too bad. 2 to 11?
Yeah.
Damn. What would they do without their best manager?
Hell no. I'm ready to be the stay-at-home mom.
Word. Word. Okay. That might could be arranged.
Tired of this grandpa? Huh?
I said that might could be arranged.
No, I don't need a mic. I need a guarantee.
I can give you a guarantee on the mom part. I can't give you a guarantee on the timing though. I can't tell you when.
You go what?
Said I can give you a guarantee on the mom part. I can't give you a guarantee on the timing though. I can't tell you when.
Tell me when what?
You would be a stay-at-home mom. But I could guarantee that you would be a stay-at-home mom. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, cool. As long as you're all right, cool. I'm glad.
My mom told me I need to settle down. How could she?
Your mom said that.
Yeah, she told me that yesterday.
What was your response?
I was like, I have literally nothing, no words. And then I was like, well, if I get married, then I was like, but I'm not gonna, no. But yeah, she told me that. I was like, damn.
Your mom don't be seeing you like get taken out on a lot of dates.
No, she does. I just don't be going on dates like that. Like,